coming to you live from Jerry Meyer Arena. It's Tuesday night action in the West Region as Jamestown faces off against Bismarck Century for the second time this year. A Blue Jay doubleheader tonight featuring Jamestown and #1 Century. The Patriots are #1 in the state of North Dakota in Class A for both boys and girls basketball. That sets up a very interesting matchup tonight between these two sides. Jerry Matheny here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, online at newsdakota.com. We're also streaming with video on our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page. That's courtesy of Gun and Reel Sports, as well as Johnny B's Brick House Pizza and JRMC Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. So Tuesday night action in the West Region. Jamestown coming in at 8-6 overall, 7-6 in the West for the Blue Jay girls, and the Patriots are the #1 team in Class A. They've yet to lose a game in the state of North Dakota this year. Century is 13-2 overall, but the Patriots come in at 15-2 in the West Region so far this year. So how can 15-0 in the West Region, I should say. So how can that be the case? Well, Century playing their JV team against Williston, and it does count as a win in the West Region, but it does not count as a victory in the overall standings because it wasn't a varsity contest. So Jamestown, although they've played the same amount of games as Century overall in the West Region, the Patriots still with a 13-2 overall record despite playing 15 games in the state of North Dakota and 2 non-conference games in Minnesota before this season officially got underway. So the WDA standings, #1 Century at the top, 15-0 in the West Region and 13-2 on the year. Minot High is next at 14-3 overall. They're 14-2 in the West. Legacy follows Minot High, 13-3 overall and in the WDA. And then Bismarck High is the 4 seed right now. They're 12-4 in the West and overall this season. Jamestown right now is pretty secure in that #5 spot and would be avoiding a play-in, although the loss to Turtle Mountain on Saturday certainly did not help for the Blue Jay girls. Jamestown 8-6 overall, 7-6 in the WDA. St. Mary's follows Jamestown. They're 2 games down in the loss column in the West at 7-8. Then Mandan also 7-8. Dickinson at 4-10. Right now that cutoff line would be Dickinson facing Turtle Mountain, Watford City taking on Mandan, and Williston traveling to St. Mary's. So Jamestown would be one of those 5 teams that moves on, moves through, and would be in the West Region tournament right away and would not have to play anybody going into the West Region tournament. They would just get Bismarck High on day 1 of the tournament. So that's something we'll keep our eyes on throughout the course of the rest of the season. And the rest of the season starting to get a lot more limited all of a sudden with this regular year winding down. Jamestown will get Legacy on Thursday. The next week they travel to Legacy to take on the Sabres. They'll play against Mandan at home 2 weeks from today, but the season is starting to wind down. Still got that trip to Williston and Watford City coming up at the end of this season. So still some games to be played, but those games ticking under 8 now left in the WDA for Jamestown. Century on the other side, that perfect record in the West Region. They're looking to claim a WDA crown, and another step in that journey is tonight here at Jerry Meyer Arena against the Blue Jays. Jamestown heading off the floor with head coach Andy Skunberg. The Patriots have returned from their locker room to finish what is left of their warm-up session here in the pregame. Century beating Jamestown 91-48 in the first matchup between these two sides. The Patriots shot 54% from the field and 47% from long range, going 9 of 19 from deep. Patriots were up 44-19 at the half, and that was what controlled this game for Century the first time around. Logan Nisley had 21 points. Bergen Kinnebrew finished with 20. Zoe Austin had 12, and Eden Fridley finished with 10 for the Patriots. Jamestown was led in scoring. Riley Joseph had 10 points. Ella Falk ended the night with 9. Katie Falk had 7, and Bree Otley also had 7 in the first matchup for Jamestown against Century. Again, that was a 91-48 final score in favor of the Patriots. Right now this season, Century being led in scoring by, you wouldn't expect anybody else, Logan Nisley, 21 points per game, although Kinnebrew has had a really nice year as well. The junior is averaging 20.1 points per game coming into play today. Blue Jays back-to-back losses, and the latest coming on Saturday to Turtle Mountain, 78-77 the final score. Jamestown had the lead with under 2 seconds to play. And Turtle Mountain, the Bravettes pass the ball the full length of the floor. They get a lay-in underneath at the tail ends. A little bit of a circus shot maybe, but it goes home for Tiana Trottier. And Turtle Mountain defeats Jamestown 77-76, or 78-77, excuse me, on Saturday. Gourneau finished with 32 points in the win for Turtle Mountain, and the loss for Jamestown. Ella Falk had 27 points. Katie Falk had 19 points for the Blue Jay girls. So come in back-to-back losses on last-second shots for Jamestown as well. When you look at the full scope of everything, the Blue Jays losing by 2 to Bismarck High and by 1 to Turtle Mountain last week, and trying to get back on the winning side of things here for Jamestown today at home, where the Blue Jays are 4-2 on Tuesdays this year. 60 points has been kind of the magic marker this season for the Jays. They're 7-1 in games where they get to 60 points, and also 7-1 in games they lead at the halftime break. Jamestown led in scoring this year by Ella Falk with 16 points per game. Katie Falk and Bree Otley each at 11 points a contest for the Blue Jay girls so far this year. Free throw numbers have been really good across the board for Jamestown from the ones that shoot a lot of them. Ella Falk, 87% at the line this season. Bree Otley, 83% at the line this year. Katie Falk has the most free throws taken on the team at 61%, and Tegan Boshi just under 70% for Jamestown. But across the West region, when you look at Ella Falk's free throw shooting numbers, they are tops of the chart, and really Jamestown is fortunate to have somebody like Ella Falk running this offense once again this year. The experience she brings to the floor for the Blue Jays is kind of unmatched across the state with the amount of basketball that she has played at this high level. Now, certainly Century could say the same about some of their players who have seen a lot of time on the floor on the varsity level, especially with Logan Nisley, who will get to see grace the floor at Jerry Meyer Arena one last time in her Patriot career here tonight. Certainly a little bit of an exciting note, right? You get to see one of the greatest to ever do it for Bismarck Century come back to Jamestown one final time and see what kind of show she could potentially put on. And maybe, just maybe, the Blue Jays can put on a show of their own and pick up what would be a huge upset victory over the Patriots, and one that would really kind of catapult Jamestown into position where the Jays just have to win those games they should win on their schedule for the rest of the way out. But we'll talk more about that as we make our way through the rest of this season. Certainly a lot of things still to come for the Blue Jays and the Patriots here in this 2023 WDA basketball season. We'll have boys basketball after this one. The Century Patriots are also number one on the boys side of things with a 16-0 overall record. We'll go through the West Region standings at the halftime break in the boys section of the WDA tonight, and look forward to the other games on the schedule, which include Dickinson at Mandan, Watford City is at St. Mary's tonight, and Turtle Mountain at Williston this evening. A couple of off nights for some Bismarck teams as well as Minot tonight. Teams in the lower section of the West Region squaring off this evening. This would be probably the best game of the night. Turtle Mountain Williston, that's probably an easy win for the Bravettes, even though they're going on the road. Dickinson at Mandan, and then Watford City at St. Mary's. It should be fairly doable games for both Mandan and St. Mary's tonight. But we'll try to keep our eyes peeled on what happens across the West Region this evening with girls basketball and boys basketball. We start our doubleheader with girls basketball tonight. Jamestown taking on the number one team in Class A, the perennial number one, it seems, in Bismarck Century. We'll step aside for the national anthem, come back here to Jerry Meyer Arena in 2.5 minutes. We'll have starting lineups and tip-off from Jerry Meyer Arena as Jamestown takes on Century tonight. Doubleheader action against the number one team in Class A in Bismarck Century for boys and girls basketball here on Jamestown 107.1 KQDJ, Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube.
In our region, winter storms can quickly turn to emergency situations. Otter Tail Power Company encourages you to make a safety plan. Have an emergency safety kit ready with flashlights, medicines, first aid supplies, water, and non-perishable food. Include an extra power source for your phone, and never leave space heaters unattended. Keep them away from flammable items. For more information, go to otpco.com/severe weather safety. A reminder to stay safe from Otter Tail Power Company.
It's It's never too early to think about spring, and it's just around the corner. And at the Jamestown Country Club, they're ready for the 2023 season, and they have memberships open now. So get signed up and get yours before Valentine's Day, and they'll even throw in a $100 gift certificate for their restaurant and bar. Contact Sean Taft by email at jcc58401@gmail.com and request your registration today. The Jamestown Country Club, where they know the most important shot in golf is the next one.
How are you doing? Really? How are you doing? Are you taking the time to check in on you? A real check-in. Scheduling a wellness visit is an easy way to take care of yourself. At Essentia Health, we want to know how you're doing. We want to help. Whether it's face-to-face or a virtual appointment, the right care is waiting for you. We'll listen, assess how you are, and get you back on track. It's always good to check in. Care like nowhere else. Essentia Health. Schedule online at essentiahealth.org.
Quick Lane Jamestown is looking to add to their dynamic team of auto maintenance technicians. Business continues to grow, and they need to expand their staff. Are you a mechanical soul who'd like to work in a modern, clean, and busy shop? Light-duty work includes oil changes, tire rotates, vehicle inspections, maintenance and upkeep, and more. While working alongside an experienced team, and did we mention you get to work in an air-conditioned and heated shop? Competitive wages and benefits offered. Apply online through Facebook or stoutcars.com. Call 701-252-2270 or simply stop by. Claim your career today at RM Stout.
The Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward. Find the Honda ATV that fits your needs at Gun and Reel Sports on 1st Street West in downtown Jamestown. Then you'll start to understand how life is better on a Honda. For riders 16 years of age and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
Why choose professional eye care centers? Let me count the whys. First, there are now 4 great doctors to see. Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangula, and now welcoming Dr. Bond. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, and Edgeley. And finally, their fantastic frame selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers. Clearly the best.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
Back live here at Jerry Meyer Arena, Blue Jays and Patriots for the second time this year. Starting with girls basketball tonight. No Logan Nisley this evening. She's in street clothes tonight for Century. She's only played in 10 of the 15 games so far this year for the Patriots. Here are your starters for Bismarck Century. At guard, a junior standing at 5'9", number 3, Eden Fridley. Zoe Austin in the starting lineup. Zaya Graybull also in the starting lineup with Bergen Kinnebrew and Erica Lee. For Jamestown, Bree Otley, Haley Hawkinson, Riley Joseph, Ella Falk, and Katie Falk make up the 5 Blue Jays here this evening. Century looks to stay unbeaten in the state of North Dakota so far this year. Jamestown looking for a big-time win tonight, both on the girls and boys side of things for the Blue Jays this evening. Again, Jaron Matheny here on 107.1 AM 1400, Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. Hawkinson in the middle against Kinnebrew. Tip is up, and the Patriots win the opening tilt. Operate from left to right on your radio dial. We are underway with the number 1 team in Class A, and top of the key nearly stolen away by Bree Otley. She forces the jump ball, and Jamestown brought that defensive pressure early in this one. Blue Jays will take it out and have possession here as Hawkinson gets her feet tangled with Erica Lee. Jamestown inbounding in front of their own bench with a bounce pass for Ella Falk. She drives down inside the lane. Falk to the bucket, missed the lay-in. Offensive rebound for Katie Falk. She kicks it out to the right side and through the hands of Ella Falk and out of bounds. Jamestown turns it over. 21 seconds into this one, scoreless at Jerry Meyer Arena. Kinnebrew just above 20 points per game on the season for Century. Driving right lane line, stops 15 feet out, skips a pass towards the left. It's Austin on the drive. She curls it back for Lee, and now around right. Fridley steps into a 3 ball. It's off the mark, tapped out of bounds, and belongs to Jamestown. So the Blue Jays come up with a stop on their first real opportunity defensively. Inbound to the far side of the floor for Katie Falk. Century bringing pressure up and down the floor here. Falk dribbling far side, slows down as she crosses the timeline for the Blue Jays to set up offensively. 18 on the shot clock. Top of the key nearly taken away inside. Katie Falk back out, and it's stolen by Fridley. Threw it right to her. Fridley kicks off right elbow into the right corner. Austin traveled, and a turnover for the Patriots. So neither side able to get set up offensively here in the first minute plus. And it's Jamestown basketball with full court pressure coming from the Patriots. Ella Falk got to get it in somewhere, and that's a 5-second call, and Jamestown turns it over again. So the Blue Jays give it back to the Patriots. Century wearing all red tonight, Jamestown in all white. Graybull to the right side of the floor against Hawkinson. Look to dump down inside. Good defense from Hawkinson, nearly a 5 count. Kicked all the way left for Fridley, and out left corner finding Austin. Bounce pass towards the top. Lee skip pass right. Fridley drives on the baseline against Joseph. Hangs in the air. Missed that lay-in. And Ella Falk has the defensive clearance for the Blue Jays. Still scoreless. Minute and a half into the first half here at Jerry Meyer Arena tonight. Number 1 Century and Jamestown. Runner missed from Ella Falk. Defensive board. And outrunning the other way is Graybull. Left corner, launching from 3, Kinnebrew, high off the arc. Katie Falk got the rebound, then turned it back over. Kinnebrew inside, and the first bucket is for Erica Lee. And Century takes a 2-0 lead 2 minutes into the first half of play. Ella Falk trapped out near midcourt, escapes that pressure, drives in on the left side, look to go right on the wing. Hawkinson sets her feet. Haley Hawkinson to the baseline, gets underneath the bucket, and then she's partially blocked. And coming out the other way are the Patriots. Kinnebrew on the drive inside, step through, missed that lay-in. Defensive board for Ella Falk in Jamestown basketball, 15-30 first half, 2-0. Patriots in front of the Blue Jays. Riley Joseph on the right wing. Bounce pass towards the top, taken away, and Kinnebrew and the Patriots out on the other side. Too many turnovers early on, but Kinnebrew missed the lay-in. Jamestown's been able to stick in this game. Ella Falk around to the right wing. Riley Joseph up left and now down inside. Katie Falk turns, layup off the glass, no good, tapped out, and it'll stay with Jamestown. So quite the start so far for these two teams in the offensive department. Blue Jays, Falk inbounding deep for Otley. Just off to the right, dump down inside, nearly taken away by Fridley. Picked up by Ella Falk and spun left for Katie. 20 to work offensively for Jamestown. Just 2-0 Patriots as we go under 15 minutes to play. Right corner 3 is not there for Ella Falk. Last touched by Haley Hawkinson out of bounds, and Jamestown will head back defensively. So this is the thing for Century is, yes, they're so good offensively and they can score in bunches, but their defense comes to play at a different level as well, and we're seeing that on full display in the early going. Austin dribbling in on Falk inside the right elbow, help from Hawkinson, spun back out up top. Ashlyn Buchholz is into the game for the first time. Buchholz top of the key, right for Austin, drives down to the right block, tried to scoop a shot up, went out of bounds. Jamestown on the last touch, stays. No, it goes to Jamestown. I was going to say, nobody was moving down there. Austin just lost it up in the air and out of bounds. Blue Jays with the basketball. Deep ball for Bree Otley out the other end. And Otley converts with a lay-in. Jamestown gets a bucket. Finally, we're tied at 2, 14-15 first half. Had to go full length of the floor over the top with a pass from Ella Falk. Baseline to baseline, essentially. And Jamestown's Otley gets the bucket. Jays on defense. Left corner, Austin trying to dribble towards the top. Ella Falk shades her off. They'll go inside for Fridley instead. 8 feet out, kicks right corner, extra touch pass up top. Buchholz for 3 and clanked off to the right. Otley rebound, still sporting those bright neon shoes. Spun inside the volleyball line. Joseph dumps down. Katie Falk, right corner. Otley for 3. Rattled off. Jamestown attacking that offensive glass. We got a foul on the inside on Century. It's Erica Lee. Her first and the first team foul charged to the Patriots. 2-2. Jamestown squared away with Century. 13-38 first half. Inbound goes to the left side of the floor for Tegan Boshi as she checks in for the first time for Jamestown, averaging just under 11 points per game this season for the Blue Jays. Boshi, left wing, slide step, handoff for Otley in the corner, and Otley can't corral it. It's out of bounds, and Jamestown gives it back to Century. See if the Patriots can get some offense moving in what's been a low-scoring game through the first 5 minutes. Kinnebrew tripped up by Otley, and that's a foul coming against Jamestown. So the Blue Jays tied up at 2 with Century. Bounce pass inside, Fridley turns, spins out right wing, 3 is off the iron again. Defensive rebound collected by Ella Falk. She sends it up the floor for Jamestown. Dump down inside over the top, Katie Falk lay-in, just glanced off the iron, and defensively Fridley has it. Both teams struggling to score here in the first 5 minutes. 2-2 between Jamestown and Century. Girls basketball from Jerry Meyer Arena on the drive, hang in the air, and Graybull left-handed lay-in goes for 2. Timeout for Jamestown. We'll step aside, take the pause with them. Blue Jays trailing 4-2 with 12 minutes and 48 seconds to play in this opening half from Jerry Meyer Arena. We're back right after this.
Where do you find the friendliest staff, largest selection, lowest prices, and the freshest produce? Hugo's in Jamestown. But what if you can't go to the store? Hugo's Family Marketplace offers online shopping. You can shop all the departments and all the sales at GoHugos.com. Choose pickup or Hugo's delivery service, and they'll do the in-store shopping for you. Hugo's Family Marketplace online shopping at GoHugos.com.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Not a lot going on in the first 5 minutes of play here from Jerry Meyer Arena tonight. Jaron Matheny on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, online at newsdakota.com. And the early going of this one, Jamestown trailing Century just 4-2. So the Blue Jays with 12:48 to play in the first half. Sorry, we're having some issues with our mic setup here. Seems like we got everything back in kosher and in the right spot. So Jamestown and Century, that is not a mistake on my part. It is 4-2. Blue Jays trailing Century with 12:48 to play in the first half. Jamestown basketball out of the timeout for the Blue Jays. It's Ella Falk pacing the offense. Jada Walter newly minted into the game for the Blue Jays as Katie Falk takes a seat on the bench. Otley towards the left corner. Ella Falk back towards the top of the key. Boshi faked the 3, slide step inside, runner action, too strong off the heel. And Kinnebrew passing it up the floor. Inside look, left-handed lay-in goes for Buchholz. And it's 6-2 Century. Otley weaving through traffic quickly for the Blue Jays. Dribbles inside. Pass back right was deflected by Kinnebrew. Ball past midcourt. Kinnebrew picks it up and gets the turnover for Century. Patriots slow things down after the turnover. Graybull. Screen to the left from Kinnebrew. Graybull skip pass towards the left corner. Slide step and a drive in for Buchholz. Skip right corner 3. Graybull off the mark. And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Jamestown. That should have been off a Century. That was last touch by the Patriots. And just didn't have the right angle underneath. Kinnebrew inbounds underneath the cup for the Patriots. Goes deep up the right lane line for Austin. Straight away, Austin bounce pass right for Fridley. And now down inside Kinnebrew. Again, more than 20 points a game this year for the Patriots. Bullies her way inside. Lays it up and in for 2. 8-2. Century leading Jamestown. 11.5 minutes and counting in the first half. 2 points for the Jays belong to Bree Otley on a baseball pass up the floor where she broke the full court trap. Hawkinson outside look off the iron. Defensive board. And it's Graybull pushing the pace. Kicks out left. Step into the 3 for Kinnebrew. Rattled out. Defensive board. Ella Falk and Jamestown's got the chance to go the other way. Numbers catch up and nearly get the steal for Century. And now it is a steal. Kinnebrew. One-on-one, beat her to the spot, and just had that half step in front of Ella Falk. Kinnebrew gets the lay-in, 10-2 Century. 10:45 first half, 10-2 Patriots. Walter left side, Hawkinson. Baseline left to Otley. Dribbles into the lane. Scoop shot for Otley. Off the glass, too strong. Fridley pushing. Kinnebrew, right wing. Slides inside the right elbow, and we got a foul on Jamestown for a reach-in. Katie Falk checking back in for the Blue Jays. Riley Joseph on as well. Hawkinson and Otley to the bench. Kinnebrew inbounding deep up the right lane line. Left side, Austin drive. 3 Blue Jays hustle around her. Good defensive spacing from Jamestown. Fridley kicks out, right corner 3. Gabby Bird off the mark. Board for Ella Falk. Almost 8 minutes into this game, just 12 points scored. Jamestown trails by 8. Century 10-2. Joseph Falk, quick look inside for Katie Falk. She's fouled. Missed the left-handed lay-in, but 2 free throws coming for Katie Falk as Jamestown hits the line with 10:01 to play in the first half. 10-2 Century in front. First free throws coming for either side today. Katie Falk, as we talked about in the pregame, 61% free throw shooter this season. She's by far taken the most attempts on this Blue Jay roster. That was her 75th free throw attempt of the year. Second for Katie Falk. The U-Mary softball commit goes 2 for 2, and Jamestown trailing Century 10-4 as we tick under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Ball nearly tapped away at the top of the key. Outside right, Fridley in front of Ella Falk. Chest high pass goes left. Graybull on the drive. Left-handed lay-in goes, and she's got 4 points for Century, 12-4. Patriots leading the Blue Jays, 9:40 first half. Boshi, quick speed, cuts all the way in. Missed that lay-in off the side, and it's tapped out of bounds. Belongs to the Patriots. Not a terrible look there for Boshi. She tried to go underneath with the shoulder, scoop it up with the right hand. Just didn't have the angle quite right at the end. Erica Lee picked up the last personal on Century, and that's her second foul, so likely we won't see her again in the first half. Buckholz lost the basketball. Walter on top of it for Jamestown. 1-on-2. Walter slows up. Good transition D from Century. Boshi left for Joseph all the way right corner. Ella Falk driving inside, stops, spins, bounce pass, good cut from Riley Joseph. Lay-in doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Katie Falk, and 1. Jamestown cuts the lead to 6. Katie Falk with the lay-in plus the foul. Gets that offensive rebound in the process, too. She's got 4 points, 4 rebounds early on for the Blue Jays. And 1 free throw coming. The foul charge to Buckholz. Third free throw for Falk. And she stays perfect at the line today. 5 points out of the 7 belong to Katie Falk. Jamestown trailing Century 12-7 at the midway point of the first half. Sub at the scorer's table for the Patriots at the next pause. Fridley handing off for Kinnebrew. Dribble inside, runner, and 1. Kinnebrew gets the contact, and the bucket falls. And now Century to the line for the first time tonight. Tonight on Q101, 7:30, Mark McKenzie's got your Blue Jay hockey connection this evening. Jamestown facing Mandan tonight for the second time this year. Blue Jays went to Mandan earlier this year, lost 4-1, but Jamestown was up 1-0 entering the third period. Free throw good for Kinnebrew, makes it 15-7 Century. Curled around left, Joseph to the right side. Otley looked in, can't go over the top. Handoff right instead for Walter. Skip pass left. Joseph sets her feet and launches and hits. Riley Joseph for 3, makes it 15-10. So Jamestown more than hanging around here in the first half. Offense has not been the key factor for either team. It's been defense, both sides of the ball. Foslin on the inside. She gets the lay-in to go. Make it 17-10 Century. Otley, backdoor pass for Boshi, went off her foot and out of bounds. Good defense, this time defensively by Graybull, and she causes the turnover. Hawkinson in for Boshi. 8-10 first half, 17-10 Century leading Jamestown. Fridley walks across the Blue Jay logo at center court. Gray Bowl skipped around to the left side. Fridley for three, and now the offense starting to open up a little bit for Century. 20-10, Patriots, 7:50 first half. Left side of the floor, Hawkinson had a nice game against Turtle Mountain, finishing in double figures. Otley dribbles in, free throw line, nearly taken away, step through, runner short, offensive rebound. Katie Falk, left hand put back, not there, and Fridley grabs the defensive rebound for Century. Patriots doubled up on Jamestown right now, 20-10, as we go under 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. Bounce pass out to the right, corralled by Gray Bull. She'll send it all the way opposite side of the floor for Fridley. Far side Fridley, back to the top of the key, drive in, Gray Bull, runner, drops for two. 3 straight possessions with a bucket for Century, and it makes it 22-10. That was the worry. All of a sudden, when Jamestown couldn't get going, Century starts hitting some shots, then it makes everything a little bit more interesting. Hawkinson dumps down over the top. Katie Falk out left. Otley three, too strong. Long rebound, and now a foul, rather a timeout coming for the Patriots. 6:50 first half, 22-10. Century leading Jamestown. 30-second pause. We're back right after this on 107.1 and Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube.
Where do teams go to get their custom printed apparel?
Originals!
Where do companies go to get their corporate logo printed on shirts, caps, and jackets?
Originals, of course.
And where do fans go to get their Blue Jay and Jimmy apparel either off the rack or single-piece prints?
Originals! Originals!
There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals, 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays.
Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
22-10, Century leading Jamestown with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the first half. I'm Jaron Matheny here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400. Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube is where you can watch this doubleheader tonight between the #1 Patriots and Blue Jays. Century basketball out of their own timeout. Fridley, far side, dribbling towards the top of the key, gets a little separation, drives in, bounce pass out towards the top of the key. Gray Bull, step back for three, and off the wide side to the left, no good. 22-10, Jamestown trailing. Otley looking up ahead for Jamestown, curls it around right for Ella Falk. Still scoreless here in the first half for the senior. She dumps down in. Good extra pass from Katie Falk, corner three, and Otley just a little too strong. That was the right look, though, for Jamestown. That was the look they wanted. Worked it around well. Good find from Katie Falk. Inside drive, Kinnebrew, step through, lay in off the glass for two more. Century has its largest lead, 24-10. Patriots in front of the Blue Jays. Joseph with 1-3, goes over the top to Katie Falk. Bodies all around her. Got to be a foul, and there it is. Coming on Century. Foul is on Kinnebrew, her first fourth team foul. 5:47 first half, 24-10 Century. Ella Falk inbounds towards the left corner. Joseph back to the top of the key. One dribble, left corner. Ella Falk rises and hits from long range. Ella Falk's first bucket for Jamestown comes with 5:35 to play in the first half. Blue Jays trailing Century 24-13. They'll need lots of Ella Falk in the second half if Jamestown's going to pull an upset today. Kinnebrew missed the lay-in off the window. Defensive board for Katie Falk. She's already approaching double figures in rebounds today. Inside, right block. Otley put the ball on the floor, goes up, and we got a foul over the top on Century. 2 free throws for the senior Bree Otley, who will head to the University of Jamestown next year and play for the women's soccer team. So we've got Otley going to play soccer at UJ. She connects on the first. Haley Hawkinson will play volleyball at UJ. Riley Joseph on the way to UJ. And then you get Katie Falk at U-Mary. This is quite the crew they're assembling as Otley's second free throw goes. But most of them not going to be playing basketball. That's the main thing. Otley soccer, Katie Falk softball. You just go down the list. Hawkinson with volleyball. Basketball, probably the #2 sport for most of these girls out there. Over the top passes. Too high for Kinnebrew to handle. Turned over. Joseph softball. I mean, Ella Falk probably going to play basketball at the next level. You would assume so. We'll see if that's the case. Under 5 minutes to play, first half, 24-15. Jamestown trailing Century. Ella Falk volleyball line right. Kick toward the right corner. Otley on the drive. Hands up top. Hawkinson, high-low, good pass. Katie Falk lay-in goes. Give the assist to Hawkinson, and Jamestown cuts it to a 7-point deficit. 4.5 minutes to play, first half. Graybull bounce pass to the right. Austin faces up, spins it left side, back towards the Blue Jay logo. And now Kinnebrew, pass up in the air. Right wing, Graybull. Driving in, turning the corner left, it's poked away. Ella Falk picks it up, and Jamestown could cut it to 5. Down the floor, Katie Falk lay-in goes, and Jamestown does cut it to 5. 2 more points for Katie Falk. Kinnebrew. Jamestown staggered in a different look defensively. Stop inside, reach in foul on Katie Falk. It's the 4th team foul. It's actually on Otley, her 2nd personal. Fridley back in. Foslin takes the floor for the Patriots. Inbound for Century, goes deep. Collected by Zoe Austin. Now Fridley around right. Foslin. Going to drive on Ella Falk. Step through, got inside, missed the lay-in, and then it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jamestown. So, fresh shot clock to work with for Century here. 3:40 first half, 24-19 Blue Jays. Foslin triggers the inbound. Right elbow, Lee kicks out left corner, Fridley. Boshi's in front of her. Now around the arc right, Foslin gets the touch. Drives that left hand out for an Austin 3, too strong. Good box out from Haley Hawkinson. Grabs the defensive board, and Jamestown in the backcourt getting across the timeline. Hawkinson's pass to Ella Falk. Falk stops inside that 3-point arc. Bounce pass inside. Katie Falk to the right. 15-foot jumper for Hawkinson. Hopped off the rim, and a jump ball inside. Possession arrow favors Century, but nice work again. Jamestown fighting on the inside, being physical, and Katie Falk having a real nice showing for the Blue Jays here tonight. 3:09 first half, 24-19 Century. Fridley's pass up the floor. Foslin to Austin around left wing. Lee back for Fridley on the near side. Fridley weaves in, kicks back, Foslin out left, Lee, 15-foot jumper, not there either. And Katie Falk with another rebound. Ball on the floor, Ella Falk after it, and we have a foul on Foslin before the jump. It's the 6th team foul on Century, so any foul here on out, the rest of this first half sends Jamestown to the free throw line. Kinnebrew back in for Century. Jamestown, with her off the floor, gets it to a 5-point deficit. Under 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play first half. Blue Jays trailing 24-19. Joseph, high-low in again for Katie Falk. Left-handed lay-in for 2 more. And Jamestown's down by just a possession. Right now, Katie Falk is killing Century on the inside. Left side drive into the lane, scooped underneath. And a reach-in foul on Jamestown. Joseph's first. Pair of free throws incoming for Buckles. And she connects on the first. 25-21 Century. It's 12-2 early. We led 24-10. Jamestown, an 11-1 run at the moment. They've closed halves, the Blue Jays have, really well this year. Boshi dribbling left, Nearly a 5-second count. Ball poked away by Austin, picked up by Katie Falk. Stays in front of the timeline with a pass for Ella Falk. She drives in and is fouled. So Jamestown does just enough to keep that ball in front of the midcourt logo. Saved by Katie Falk. Ella Falk just drives straight in, picks up the foul. This is charged to Kinnebrew, her second. That's a big foul on Century. Ella Falk gets the first free throw. Erica Lee back in for Century. Second free throw for Ella Falk to try and make it a 2-point game. And she does. Jays are 7 for 7 at the free throw line here this evening. 25-23 Century. 150 and counting in the first half. Fridley over the top for Kinnebrew. Turning inside, double team help from Ella Falk. Kick back out, Fridley for 3. Short, defensive rebound. And Ella Falk in Jamestown could tie or take the lead on number 1 Century here on this possession. Boshi out to the right side. Ella Falk looked in, goes over the top. Katie Falk got inside position but missed that lay-in. Out of bounds, last touch by the Blue Jays. Good positioning on the inside, and right now Katie continues to get that inside look. Jamestown's going high over the top, and more oftentimes than not, she's finishing with the left hand as opposed to the right hand. Minute 10 to play. Skip pass towards the left. Austin on the drive, baseline, spun out for Fridley. Fridley to the free throw line, 15 to work offensively. Graybull back left. Austin, couple of dribbles against Joseph. Now she drives in, spins around Katie Falk, top of the key. 3 for Graybull. Off the mark, long rebound collected by Boshi. Under a minute to go, first half. Jamestown trailing by 2. Hawkinson goes inside for Katie Falk, tapped out of bounds, and Austin was the one who hit it last on the way out. 16 to work offensively for the Jays. 39 seconds left in the first half. 25-23, number 1 Century leading Jamestown. Kinnebrew and Lee come off the floor. They each have 2 personal fouls. Inbound towards the far side. Tegan Boshi in the corner, dumps in. Katie Falk underneath on the baseline, spins it in for Hawkinson, who lays it in. We are tied at 25. Jamestown on a 15-1 run here at the end of the first half of play. A second difference between shot and game clock. Poked away by Hawkinson. Fridley has to throw it off of her. Jamestown gets the turnover at midcourt. Katie Falk up ahead. Fouled, and the Jays are headed to the free throw line to take the lead here in the first half. Katie Falk will shoot 2. Ten seconds to go in the first half. Katie Falk shooting a pair of free throws. First miss of the night at the line for Jamestown. 7 of 8 for the Blue Jays. Kinnebrew back in. 25 all with 10 seconds left in the first half. Second free throw for Katie Falk. It goes, and Jamestown has the lead on number 1 Century. Final 10 seconds of play in the first half. Pass was low. Kinnebrew collects near her shins. Kinnebrew on the drive, spinning inside. Travel. Yes, she did. Turnover, Patriots. And Jamestown, 2.2 seconds to go in the first half. Up by 1. Ella Falk inbounds. Katie Falk just going to hold it. Jamestown does not get off a shot. But the Blue Jays do have the lead on number 1 Century at the break. A 16-1 run ends the first half for Jamestown, and the Blue Jays lead number 1 Century 26-25 at the half. We'll have first half stats coming up after this break and a look at our second game of the evening between Jamestown and Century in boys basketball. It's after the break here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, online at newsdakota.com, and streaming with video. Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube.
Before you can start building a business, you have to build a business. You know, a building, a storefront, a facility, new or addition. Problem is, you're too busy taking care of business. You don't have time to meet with a planner, a contractor, and suppliers. But if you wait any longer, you're going to start losing business. Enter Hillerud Construction. They're in the business of building business. Quality commercial construction saves you time, stress, and money so you can get on with your business. Visit HillerudConstruction.com.
What would life be like without telephones, internet, and digital cable? Let's not even go there. Dakota Central is proud to be the local company that provides you with these high-tech communication options. Whether it's the crystal clear telephone connection, the digital cable that produces over 150 channels, HD and DVR, or reliable high-speed internet, Dakota Central provides it all, serving Jamestown and Carrington and beyond. Call 952-1000, 652-3184, or see them on the web at dakotacentral.com.
Two Rivers Printing is your local source for anything printed on paper. As a full-service print shop, they offer quick print services for all kinds of posters, flyers, and business forms. They also print banner signs, invitations, cookbooks, thank you cards, and more. They can also do wide format printing in matte, gloss, blueprints, and vinyl. With decades of experience, you know it will be done quickly and done right. Call Two Rivers Printing at 251-1266 at the end of 10th Street in Jamestown. Every body is different. Some experience injuries, while others need extra support.
I'll help you, Grandma.
At Jamestown Regional Medical Center, your health is what matters most. Our orthopedics and sports medicine team care for you and your unique needs. Their goal is to help you live your best life. Choose Jamestown Regional Medical Center for care of hips, shoulders, knees, and broken bones. Learn more at jrmcnd.com/orthopedics.
Quick Lane Jamestown is looking to add to their dynamic team of auto maintenance technicians. Business continues to grow, and they need to expand their staff. Are you a mechanical soul who'd like to work in a modern, clean, and busy shop? Light-duty work includes oil changes, tire rotates, vehicle inspections, maintenance and upkeep, and more. While working alongside an experienced team, and did we mention you get to work in an air-conditioned and heated shop? Competitive wages and benefits offered. Apply online through Facebook or stoutcars.com. Call 701-252-2270 or simply stop by. Claim your career today at RM Stout.
Join our team at S&P Health Ave Maria and find out how you can make a difference in the lives of our residents. S&P Health Ave Maria is offering $2,000 sign-on bonuses, full-time cook, and full-time dietary assistant positions. You'll enjoy working in a warm and loving care atmosphere, making friends with the residents, families, and coworkers. Apply online at sphealth.org/Ave Maria. Again, offering $2,000 sign-on bonuses for full-time cook and full-time dietary assistant positions. Apply at sphealth.org/Ave Maria.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
A little fun first half of play for the Blue Jay girls as they lead number one Century 26-25 with a halftime break here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, online at newsdakota.com, Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. So what a start for Bismarck Century really in this game. It was 12-2 within the first 6.5 minutes of the opening half. Nobody could get on the scoreboard in the first 5 minutes of play, it seemed like, but Century did jump out to a 12-2 advantage. Jamestown worked their way back into the game, and then Century extended their lead to 24-10. That was the largest lead of the first half. The Jays, as you can see, then go on a 16-1 run at the end of the first half of play, and Jamestown is up by 1 on the number 1 team in Class A girls basketball at the half. 26-25, Jamestown leading. Katie Falk dominant on the inside tonight. 12 points. She's nearing a double-double with her rebound in the first half as well. 5 points for Ella Falk, 4 for Bree Otley, Riley Joseph with 3, and Haley Hawkinson with the 2 points that helped Jamestown tie this game, and then the Jays taking the lead as Katie Falk went 1 for 2 at the free throw line at the end of the first half. Jamestown 7 of 8 at the charity stripe in the first half of play. They made their first 6 free throws in this first half against, again, the number 1 team in Class A, Bismarck Century. 15-0 in the West region. Jamestown 7-6 in the West currently, but the Jays are looking to get a massive win here tonight that would kind of set the pace, hopefully, for the stretch run of this season for the Blue Jay girls. But Century tonight without Logan Nisley. You can only play who's in front of you, though, and that's exactly what Jamestown is doing tonight, and Katie Falk leading that charge offensively for the Blue Jays, surpassing 150 rebounds this season with her first half performance for Jamestown. 26-25 at the break. Blue Jays on top of number 1 Century. Boys basketball is coming up next after this game concludes between number 1 Century and Jamestown. The Patriots are 16-0 overall, 15-0 in the West region. Jamestown 8-6 in the West and 7-6, or 8-6 overall, 7-6 in the West region. We'll have Blue Jay boys basketball Thursday against Legacy here on 107.1. We won't have the girls game on Thursday, unfortunately. They have to separate the sites Thursday of the games against Legacy. Boys will play all their games at the Jamestown Civic Center. The girls will play all their games here at Jerry Meyer Arena. I'll be on the road in Iowa starting on Thursday afternoon while those games are going on. So Mark McKenzie's going to have coverage of Blue Jay boys basketball at the Jamestown Civic Center Thursday night at 7:45. That's the approximate start time for the Blue Jay boys against Legacy on Thursday. University of Jamestown doubleheader Friday and Saturday at Morningside and Briarcliff. The Jimmy men have a chance to win the regular season crown in the GPAC this weekend. If they go 2-0, Jamestown will do that and win the GPAC regular season crown outright in the process if they go 2-0 this weekend upcoming. The UJ women could kind of cement themselves in second place in the GPAC standings for the regular season with a pair of wins this weekend as well. Q101 tonight, 7:30, boys hockey, Jamestown and Mandan. We got second half action coming up between the Blue Jays and Century. Girls basketball at the break. Jamestown 26, number 1 Century 25. Patriots are unbeaten in the state of North Dakota so far this year, but they're on the ropes here at Jerry Meyer Arena tonight.
Enjoy the rustic Frontier Fort Bar, Grill, and Gift Shop. The gift shop is open year-round with North Dakota tourism gifts and unique jewelry. And for a true Dakota Territory dining experience, the Frontier Fort Grill is open from 4 to 9 Monday through Saturday. Every Thursday night, get a rack of ribs, fries, coleslaw, and toast for just $9.95. And their legendary prime rib is served on Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in or call for takeout at 252-7492. The Frontier Fort, on the road to the Buffalo, Jamestown.
You know you don't really want that hurry-up, bought on the cheap, not sure what I got insurance coverage. Good, because Farmers Union insurance agents do things just a little different. We'll work with you personally for home, auto, business, or farm insurance and tailor the exact coverage plan you need because we're not satisfied until you are. Different? You bet. Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Good luck to the Blue Jays and Jimmies from your local Farmers Union agent, Steve Benyon.
Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
The Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward. Find the Honda ATV that fits your needs at Gun & Reel Sports on 1st Street West in downtown Jamestown. Then you'll start to understand how life is better on a Honda. For riders 16 years of age and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness Center is excited to announce Brooke Bruce, licensed massage therapist, has joined our team to serve the Jamestown and Lemoore communities. Brooke has 12 years of experience in massage, including craniosacral massage therapy, and believes that massage is an important part of a person's wellness routine. Follow Apex on Facebook to be informed of massage giveaways and scheduling information. Call 952-2739 for Jamestown or 883-5611 for Lemoore to schedule your massage today.
Where do teams go to get their custom printed apparel?
Originals!
Where do companies go to get their corporate logo printed on shirts, caps, and jackets?
Originals, of course.
And where do fans go to get their Blue Jay and Jimmy apparel either off the rack or single-piece prints?
Originals! Originals!
There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals, 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
Back live at Jerry Meyer Arena, 26-25. The Blue Jay girls leading Century as we get ready for second half action here on Jamestown 107.1 and Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. It is Jamestown basketball to begin the second half of play. Bree Otley with a bounce pass to Ella Falk at the left elbow and turned out to the right side. Jamestown trying to go inside, and a turnover by the Blue Jays on their opening offensive possession, which is something that we did see in the first half of play. especially early on in that first half. Both sides just didn't seem like they could ever get really comfortable. Inside look, Erica Lee turns, right hook shot not there, tapped around, offensive rebound for Zoe Austin. Austin to Kinnebrew, left side, back down for Lee. Bounce pass for Kinnebrew, nearly taken away. Lee goes inside, Joseph taps it, and nearly turned over again. Ball up top, and finally Jamestown gets the takeaway defensively. Ella Falk spins it underneath. Otley, good inside position, fouled over the top by Graybull, and 2 free throws for Bree Otley incoming. Bree Otley at the line to shoot 2. Off on the first attempt. That's just the second miss for Jamestown at the line. Otley goes 1 for 2. Blue Jays make it 27-25. Left side of the floor. And now a pass towards the top. Jamestown trying to stay put defensively. They've done a really nice job of that so far today. Kinnebrew stumbles into Otley, picks the basketball back up at the left elbow. Kinnebrew gets the touch. Dribble in left side. She stops, turns, jump shot short. And Riley Joseph on the defensive glass. 27-25, Jamestown, 16:45 remaining in this ball game. Otley dribbles out, pass right, taken away by Fridley. One-on-one the other way. Fridley beats Hawkinson down the floor and lays it up and in for 2. 27-27. Far side of the floor, Hawkinson gets the look. And Jamestown gives up the basketball. So 16-18 second half, 27 all between the Patriots and the Blue Jays. Kinnebrew dump inside, good look, but the lay-in doesn't go. And now a foul underneath on Century, trying to get the basketball after the fact. Really good look for Buckholz, she just didn't get the lay-in. And Jamestown gets possession, 27-27. Low-scoring game here into the second half, 2 minutes off the clock. Joseph across the timeline with a pass for Otley. Bree Otley in this senior-heavy lineup, senior-only lineup right now for Jamestown. And most of the time, it's only seniors on the floor for the Blue Jays. Katie Falk to the right block inside, kicks up top. Otley out left. Hawkinson fake the 3, dribbles in, shot clock to 3, taken away. Austin with numbers for Century. Austin goes straight inside, layup off the window is good, and the Patriots regain the lead. 29-27 Century, 15 and a half minutes and counting remain here in the first half. Ella Falk dealing with pressure from Eden Fridley. Jamestown makes it across the charity stripe, or rather the timeline. Joseph, top of the key. Otley dribbling out right, skip pass towards the left. Hawkinson, foot on the line, and not there on the long jump shot. Fridley boxes out, Century leading by 2, 15 minutes to go. Inside drive, Austin to the right corner, tapped out of bounds by Joseph. And Jamestown locking in defensively. Exactly 15 minutes to play in the second half. 29-27 Century. Inbound from Buckholz for Fridley. Backdoor cut. Buckholz straight into the lane. She missed the lay-in, though, again. Out of bounds and headed to Jamestown. 2 really good looks for Buckholz here in this second half to start, and Century will take it. You keep getting those looks. Buckholz will put them in more oftentimes than not, but she just has missed the first 2 of this half. 29-27 Century. Otley at the volleyball line, left for Ella Falk. We'll see if Jamestown can get the ball inside to Katie Falk. Here is the touch. Bodies collapse around her, bounce pass out, and a reach-in foul on Century. That's the 3rd team foul on the Patriots already here in the second half. This is charged to Buckholz, her second. Ella Falk inbounds for Jamestown. Far side of the floor, Joseph high pointing. Fresh shot clock for the Blue Jays to work with. Pass in the air, partially deflected, and Kinnebrew gets the takeaway. 3-on-2. Kinnebrew pulls up inside a 10. Missed it, but gets her own offensive rebound. Hawkinson trying to stay in front of her. Bounce pass inside. Lee spins to that left shoulder. No good on the lay-in attempt, and Ella Falk has the defensive rebound. Jays continue to hang around. Joseph for the lead. Too strong. Offensive board for Otley. Goes in the lane. Kick out. Another touch up top. Joseph for the lead this time. And front iron short. Picked up by Grable. Grable ahead. Skips it right side. Far corner three. Kinnebrew not there. Buckholtz tapped it back in. Otley gets it for Katie Falk. Jamestown could have some numbers up ahead. Blue Jays not able to push it quickly enough. 13:45, second half, 29-27. Block on the inside, and Jamestown hanging on to possession. So 13:40, second half, 29-27. Century leading Jamestown. Hawkinson off the floor. Tegan Boshi in for the Jays. Jada Walters also in for Jamestown. Hawkinson and Joseph come out. Inbound on the lane line. Katie Falk and a jump ball. Possession headed to Century. Jamestown's got to be more careful with that entry to Katie Falk, because that had to be the number one thing that Century talked about at the half, because she got such good inside position. They had to figure out how to slow her down. That changes the defensive strategy. We'll see who Jamestown can get to because of that. 13.5 minutes, second half, 29-27 Patriots. Grable pass up top for Kinnebrew. She corrals, driving in on Otley. Step through, foul, and one. And Kinnebrew gets the contact. Lay-in goes, and the and one free throw coming as Otley picks up her third personal foul. And one free throw for Kinnebrew. And she gets it. 5-point lead for Century, 13-20 second half. Otley, quick pace, high over the top. Katie Falk lay-in, blocked by Kinnebrew. And then Jamestown with a reach-in foul in the backcourt. These are the things, number one, you have them on the ropes a little bit. Got to be able to capitalize. 32-27 Century, 13-12 second half. Eden Fridley, junior for the Patriots, starts the offense this time. Grable just off the top of the key to the left, outright, drive in, pass off from Foslin, corralled, and now Grable spins it outright into the far corner. Foslin fakes the three, drives inside, hangs in the air, and lays it up and in for two. 34-27, Jamestown trailing Century. Timeout for the Blue Jays, 12:46 to play, second half. We're back to Jerry Meyer Arena right after this 1-minute break.
For generations, Unison Bank has been your community bank. At Unison Bank, we offer our customers prompt and personalized service while providing financial solutions for your unique, individualized needs. For all your personal or banking business needs, choose Unison Bank as your local financial institution. Go ahead. Stop by our branch in Jamestown or visit unisonbank.com for more information. Member FDIC.
Some of us were born to farm. Some diesels, like Cenex Premium Diesel, were born to fuel. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn to reduce particulate matter and keep filters cleaner for longer. Fuel your equipment like a pro with Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster and leave typical number 2 diesel to the amateurs. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Jamestown 107.1, AM 1400. Online at newsdakota.com. Jaron Matheny, glad to be with you. It is Jamestown and Bismarck Century girls varsity basketball from Jerry Meyer Arena tonight. Blue Jays trailing by 7 out of the full timeout. Tegan Boshi has the basketball for Jamestown. Walter, Falk, and Otley make up the 5 Jays on the floor. Walter nearly poked away up top. Around the arc to the left and now coming back near side. A handoff for Jada Walter. Kick right corner, Otley. Baseline drive. 2 defenders there. Spin it off for an Ella Falk right wing 3. And she sinks it. big-time bucket for Jamestown. First field goal of the second half for the Jays comes 5 minutes into the second half. 34-30, number 1 Century leading Jamestown. 12 minutes to go. Inside drive, Foslin stepped through, missed that lay-in. Rather, that was Buchholz who missed the lay-in, and now a foul against Century. That's the 4th team foul on the Patriots. So 12 minutes to go. Century 34, Jamestown 30. Jays go down the floor again with a quick pass ahead. Touched out of bounds by Austin. Jamestown nearly had that breakaway lay-in for the second time today. That was how they got their first bucket of the game. The full court pass. Ella Falk inbound right side. Otley looked for Boshi up top. Ball into the backcourt. Picked up Foslin, steps inside, banked it in for 2 on the lay-in. Turnovers killing Jamestown right now. 36-30 Century. Boshi off to the left wing. Katie Falk towards the top and around right. Tegan Boshi gets another touch. Swing it underneath to the right block. Katie Falk facing up, kicks out. Ella Falk 3, just rattled out. And over the top, Jada Walter going after the offensive rebound, tag with a personal. 3rd team foul on Jamestown. Patriots starting to take a little bit more time offensively here. Up by 6, approaching 11 minutes to go. Kinnebrew on the drive, stops, dribbles in again, send out left for Austin. Blue Jays clapping along on the far side of the floor. Right now it's the parents involved. Inside lay-in, too strong. Austin putback not there. Tapped on the floor, picked up by Otley. She uses her speed to get out of there for Jamestown. 2-on-3 up the floor, handoff for Ella Falk. Now a baseline drive. She goes underneath the cup, lays it off the glass for 2. Ella Falk up to 10 points, and Jamestown trailing by 4. We approach 10.5 minutes remaining. Jays get a turnover on the reach-in. Otley picks it away. Otley ahead, right corner 3, too strong. Long offensive rebound for Katie Falk. She has a double-double. Left wing 3 for Otley. Off the iron, Walter going after it, and she touched it last. Jamestown looking for a foul over the top or just to get possession on that because of the contact, but they won't here. 10-22, second half, 36-32, Century leading Jamestown. Jays right in the mix here as we get closer to 10 minutes to go. Lay in, +1. Buchholz underneath, just kind of ran into Boshi after the fact. She gets the foul and the bucket. And the foul on Boshi, her 3rd. And 1 free throw, not there. Walter box out. 38-32, and that is the old-fashioned ball don't lie. Just not a lot of, that's a lot of incidental contact more than anything. Again, right there up top, we see it too. Left side, Boshi dribbles in, blocked out of bounds, belongs to Jamestown. Walter and Fridley ran into each other up top. If you're not watching on our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page, just listening in, they ran into each other just in front of the volleyball line. Inbound left corner for Boshi. Far side of the floor, trying to go in for Hawkinson, instead a bounce up top for Walter. Ferocious defense from the Patriots. Right wing Joseph holds up top, spins inside, good cut to the lane, but a lay-in missed for Walter. Shot clock was winding down as we wind under 9:30 to play. 38-32, number 1 Century leading Jamestown. Inside look, track down, Graybull out to the right, Fridley handing off. Graybull skip pass all the way left. On the drive against Walter, down to the floor goes Buchholz. Shot clock to 5. Fridley, deep look. Good shooting motion. And we got a foul on Jamestown on the loose ball. So Midway through the second half, 38-32, Century leading Jamestown. Inbound taken away by Ella Falk. Not a good inbound pass, and Jamestown takes care of it. Blue Jays can bring it back to one possession with a 3. Top of the key, Boshi, left side, Hawkinson, look down low. Hawkinson on the drive, it's a Walter 3, and back to one possession. Jada Walter knocks in the outside shot. Jamestown makes it 38-35 with 8:53 remaining. Walter with the 3, it goes. 30-second pause. Back to Jerry Meyer Arena right after this.
Johnny B's Brick House, famous for their pizza, but wait, there's pasta, and their amazing wings, and fresh ground hamburgers, tasty salads and appetizers too. And for dessert, you can't beat their sweet sticks. Come on out for Tuesday night trivia and live entertainment every Thursday night. The place to be is Johnny B's, smack dab in the middle of Main Street, downtown Jamestown. And remember, for delivery and carryout, call 952-8777.
Big thanks to Johnny B's Brick House Pizza, Gun and Reel Sports, as well as JRMC Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for being our presenting sponsors on our video stream. Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. 38-35, Century leading Jamestown in girls hoops from Jerry Meyer Arena. We are midway through the second half. Number 1 Century in Jamestown in a battle here at home for the Blue Jays, who have lost back-to-back games by one possession. Kinnebrew and Hawkinson, just a little bit of contact up top, gets called. It's the 6th team foul on the Jays. Gray Bowl bounce pass inside. Fridley hangs and lays it in with a right hand. A little bit of an awkward angle, but Fridley gets it to go, and Century now 40-35 in front of Jamestown. Said the Jays, when they hit 60, that's kind of their magic marker. 7-1 this year when they hit that mark. Ella Falk spins, left block lay in, not there. Defensive rebound picked up by Lee, and now Hawkinson with a reach in on the way out. That's her second, 7th team foul. And 1-and-1 free throws coming on the other side for Century. Erica Lee at the line. Front end of the 1-and-1. Short. Defensive rebound for Hawkinson. And now we've got a pause. Had somebody in the stands fall down on their way up, so the officials pausing action so they can get somebody with an athletic training staff background over there, make sure everything is okay. A lot of good Samaritans on that far side helping everybody get back up and into their right place. And it looks like we're okay. Maybe somebody just trying to go up too many steps, and they shouldn't be walking up that many steps, if you catch what I'm saying. 40-35, excuse me, Century leading Jamestown with 8:19 to play second half. So Blue Jays with a basketball after the missed front end of the 1-and-1. Inbound for Otley, and Jamestown with it, trailing by 5. We get closer to 8 minutes remaining. Fridley all up in Otley's face up the floor. She keeps the basketball, and now right for Katie Falk. Falk re-entering this game for the Jays. One dribble, bounce pass inside. Good cutting action from Otley. Lay in, not there. Offensive rebound for Katie Falk. Kick out left wing 3 from Joseph. Front iron. And Jamestown with a couple of good looks there offensively. Couldn't capitalize. Kinnebrew rebound. We are under 8 minutes left. 40-35, Century leading Jamestown. Skip pass to the left side. Austin dribbles towards the baseline. Now back out up top. Jamestown zone set up defensively. Really looks like a 2-3 mix with a box and one. Moving screen, and we're headed the other way. Third foul on Kinnebrew. 5th team foul against Century. 7.5 minutes on the clock. 40-35, Patriots on top. Screen left from Hawkinson creates the separation against Fridley. Boshi trying to drive on Graybull, around left side towards the far corner. Otley off a curl pass up top on the drive against Kinnebrew. Underneath on the baseline. Stops in the key. Cutting action from Boshi. Too strong on the lay-in. Again, Jamestown has had some good looks on the inside, just haven't capitalized last 2 possessions. Kinnebrew nearly swiped away by Hawkinson. Floater drops over the top. 42-35 Century, under 7 minutes to go. 7-point Patriots lead. Otley driving straight, kicks out left corner. Joseph Trey short. Corralled by Gray Bull. Patriots slow it down slightly here. Bounce pass straight away. Fridley out towards the left corner. Kinnebrew, couple of dribbles, slides inside, missed that initial lay-in attempt, but got her own rebound. Kick out, Grable 3, and it's a 10-point Century lead. And the number 1 team in Class A trying to separate themselves from Jamestown here at home. 6:13 second half. Hawkinson on the drive, fouled, and Haley Hawkinson now to shoot 2. (45-35) Century. 6:08 second half. Pair of free throws for Hawkinson. And the first rattles home. Jamestown 7 of 8 at the line in the first half. That was just the 3rd free throw of the second half for the Blue Jays. Second attempt for Hawkinson. And she gets them both. Jamestown brings it back to an 8-point deficit. 6 minutes left, 45-37. Century leading Jamestown. Kinnebrew and Century trying to set up without Kinnebrew on the floor right now. Left corner, Grable bounced it back. Skip pass all the way right side. Buchholz collects against the zone defense. Fridley dribble, missed the shot. Defensive board for Ella Falk. That's often the hardest part of the zone setup, is getting that rebound, but Falk grabs it. She goes straight to work on Fridley. Lay in not there. Offensive rebound, put back, and 2 free throws coming for Ella Falk. 5:32 second half. 45-37. Two free throws, and Ella Falk gets the first to go. Now up to 11 points. Free throw number 2. 2 for 2 on this trip. 45-39. And a whistle and a timeout coming for Bismarck Century. 5.5 minutes to play in the second half. Patriots have the basketball after this full 1-minute pause. 45-39, number 1 Century leading Jamestown, but this game close down the stretch here at Jerry Meyer Arena.
Before you can start building a business, you have to build a business. You know, a building, a storefront, a facility, new or addition. Problem is, you're too busy taking care of business. You don't have time to meet with a planner, a contractor, and suppliers. But if you wait any longer, you're going to start losing business. Enter Hillerud Construction. They're in the business of building business. Quality commercial construction saves you time, stress, and money so you can get on with your business. Visit HillerudConstruction.com.
Are you looking for a fun new activity to try with the entire family? Check out Open Skate at the Winter Sports Building in Jamestown at the Wilson Arena. Bring your own ice skates or rent a pair from our facility. Open Skate is a fun and affordable family activity. Daily admission ranges from $3 per child to only $5 per adult. Find all the dates and times for Open Skate on the John L. Wilson Facebook page. We hope to see you there.
45-39, Century leads Jamestown as we approach 5:20 to go in this ball game. Jaron Matheny on Jamestown 107.1 and Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. Up top, dump down inside, taken away, and the Blue Jays get a stop defensively as Otley comes up with the basketball. Ella Falk pull up, 3 from the right wing goes, and Jamestown has cut it back to 1 possession. 45-42, Century on top, under 5 minutes left. Skip pass right side, Joseph deflects it away. 16 to work offensively. And Jamestown, after trailing by 10, has now gone on a 7-0 run to make it a 3-point game. 45-42, Century leads. Austin, left wing, a touch for Buchholz. Back up top to Austin at the volleyball line. Left corner, jump shot, and the three is off the heel. Long offensive rebound to Austin. She stops, curls it right. Kinnebrew back into the game. Right corner, Jamestown helped defensively. Lee, jump shot inside of 15, doesn't go. Katie Falk, another rebound to that total tonight. Double for Falk this evening. Jamestown up ahead. Otley, little bump from Fridley, stays up top. Top of the key, three for the tie. Ella Falk hits another, and we are tied at 45 with 4:10 to play. Joseph couldn't get the takeaway. It's a reach-in foul on Jamestown, and 1-and-1 free throws coming for Austin and the Patriots. So Century goes up by 10. Jamestown goes on a 10-0 run. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Austin. First free throw rattles through. Second attempt to make it 47-45. Austin hits them both. 47-45, Century leading Jamestown. 4 minutes left here at Jerry Meyer Arena tonight. Otley towards the left corner for Hawkinson. Top of the key, Joseph tracks it down for the Blue Jays. Back to the left, Hawkinson, midway through the shot clock. Suffocating defense from the Patriots again. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Jamestown as Hawkinson fell down to the floor, and she was definitely helped in that process, but not in a foul way. Just that step to the side caused the dribble to go off her foot and goes out of bounds. Century up by 2 with a basketball. Kinnebrew, right wing, skip pass all the way left. Zone defense look for the Jays. Austin, couple of dribbles towards the middle. Back to the right for Fridley. High over the top, spin, left corner. Kinnebrew fake the three, dribble in, handoff for Lee. Almost traveled inside. Right block lay in, not there. Good box out from Joseph, and it's over the top. A foul on Lee. And Jamestown is going to be shooting 1-and-1 free throws on the other side of the floor with Riley Joseph. Jamestown trailing by 2, 3:21 to go. Pair of free throws for Riley Joseph, or the front end at least. No good. Century looking up ahead for Austin. Jamestown just the third miss at the free throw line tonight for the Jays, and they currently trail by 2. Left corner, Kinnebrew, 15-foot jumper, pure, right through the nylon. 49-45 Patriots, 3 minutes left here at Jerry Meyer Arena. Jamestown very much in this game, though, with number 1 Century. Inside look, Ella Falk has 2 more. The offense has gone through her in the late stages of the second half. She's been hot lately, and Jamestown cuts it back to 2. Zone moving side to side for the Jays. Austin, far side of the floor. Back to the near side for Buchholz. Midway through the shot clock, they play back and forth. Austin drives, send out left. 2-pointer, foot on the line, not there for Buchholz. Jamestown had numbers up ahead. Jays slow it down as we approach 2:15 to play. 49-47, Century leading Jamestown. Right side of the floor, entry, Ella Falk backs in, kicks out. Otley for the lead! Just off the heel, and it hit the top of the stanchion, which causes a change in possession. Century basketball. 49-47, number 1 Century on the ropes tonight here at Jerry Meyer Arena, under 2 minutes to play. 2-point lead for the Patriots, and here comes a timeout. Head coach Nate Wellstad takes the pause. We'll take the break with him. Back Back in 30 seconds here on Jamestown 107.1 and Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. 49-47. Century leading Jamestown, the #1 team. The Patriots up by 2 with 1:56 to go.
Join our team at S&P Health Ave Maria and find out how you can make a difference in the lives of our residents. S&P Health Ave Maria is offering $2,000 sign-on bonuses, full-time cook, and full-time dietary assistant positions. You'll enjoy working in a warm and loving care atmosphere, making friends with the residents, families, and coworkers. Apply online at sphealth.org/Ave Maria. Again, offering $2,000 sign-on bonuses for full-time cook and full-time dietary assistant positions. Apply at sphealth.org/Ave Maria.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
49-47. Century leads Jamestown with 1:56 to play at Jerry Meyer Arena tonight. #1 team in Class A without Logan Nisley once again. Trying to pick up a huge win on the road in a game they've been tested during. 8 team fouls on both sides. Jump ball favors Jamestown on the arrow. Left wing, Fridley back up top. Buckholz to the right side, shot clock to 10. Inside drive for Austin, extra pass, left corner, Fridley 3. Got stuck in the side of the rim. Jump ball, and it's Jamestown basketball. 1:42 remaining, and we'll have to get another basketball here to try and jar this one loose. And Bree Otley stuck a little bit more, as does Ella Falk. And there, the ball's free. 1:42, second half, 49-47, Century leading Jamestown. And the Jays have lost a couple heartbreakers here at home recently by 2 points to Bismarck High and 1 point to Turtle Mountain. Final 100 seconds at Jerry Meyer Arena tonight. Jamestown trailing by 2, takeaway at midcourt, nearly thrown away by Century after the fact, but Fridley wisely and maturely calms it down. Kinnebrew, skip pass to the near side, offensive screen, a foul, and a moving screen called on Erica Lee. That's her 4th, and the 9th team foul. So 49-47. Full court pressure from the Patriots. Hawkinson, the one dribbling ahead. Gets to midcourt, goes off right for Falk, taken away, and out the other end, Buckholz right-handed lay-in goes. 51-47 Patriots. 1:05 to play. Hawkinson drives straight in. Bounced out right, Joseph Hawkinson. Inside, Otley falls down. Hawkinson to the top of the key. Bree Otley, 55 seconds to go. Katie Falk up top for Ella Falk. Jamestown got to find something. Shot clock to 10. Inside, and Katie Falk is fouled with a push in the back. If that's on Lee, that's her 5th. That is on Lee, her 5th personal. 10th team foul, so 2 free throws coming for Jamestown. 51-47. And a pair of free throws for Katie Falk. Just need 1. Too strong on the first. 1 free throw brings it to 1 possession, and at least gives Jamestown an opportunity. Second attempt. Falk can't get either. And a foul off the rebound will send Jamestown back to the line. Foul is charged to Buckholz. That's her 4th. Now 2 free throws for Haley Hawkinson, and she gets the first. Jamestown back within 3. #1 Century 51, Jamestown 48. Hawkinson gets them both. 51-49 Century, 47 seconds remaining. Century basketball, jump ball favors the Patriots. The arrow switched on that ball stuck in the side of the rim. Timeout for Century. 38.1 seconds to go. The number one team in Class A is up by 2 here at Jerry Meyer Arena with less than 40 seconds remaining. Just a 30-second pause. We'll take a 10-second pause here for station identification. You're listening to Blue Jay Girls Basketball on Jamestown 107.1.
Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
It was Katie Falk leading the charge in the first half. It's been Ella Falk leading the charge in the second half for Jamestown. The Jays trail Century by just 2 points, 38.1 seconds to go. And Century has the basketball inbounding. 16 seconds is the difference between shot and game clock. 16 seconds. If Jamestown can get a stop here and Century uses the full clock, the Blue Jays will have a chance at the tie or the win. Need a stop first, though. It's Fridley off the inbound from Kinnebrew. Near side pass for Austin, handing off Kinnebrew. Volleyball line as we go under 30 seconds. Kinnebrew drives inside, left elbow, help from Hawkinson, gets the takeaway. Jamestown has it, shot clock turned off with 20 seconds to go. Blue Jays down by 2. Backdoor cut, Otley, left block, looking back out up top. 12 seconds to play. Otley to the right, Katie Falk. Top of the key for Joseph, now left wing, Otley slings it underneath, nearly turned over and was. Century fouled with 1.7 seconds to go. It is 1-1 for Century, so a missed first free throw should result in immediate timeout for Jamestown here. If Austin hits them both, the Patriots can secure a win. Front end of the 1-1. She missed it. Timeout Jamestown. 1.3 on the clock for the Blue Jays. And now, what do you draw up if you're head coach Andy Skunberg? Jamestown has the full length of the floor to go. Tegan Boshi checking in. Jamestown wants to get confirmation on where that basketball will be placed. It's underneath. Jamestown cannot run the baseline here, so it'll have to stay put, throw it up the floor, and you're hoping that maybe Ella Falk or Tegan Boshi or Riley Joseph, Bree Otley, one of those four really have been the outside shooters, can catch this ball on the run towards midcourt. You can hoist the shot right near midcourt, and hopefully it bangs true, and Jamestown trying to get a big-time win over number one Century. 51-49, Century leading Jamestown, 1.3 on the clock. Boys hockey on Q101 be a little bit more delayed tonight. Penalties in the JV game racking up from Mark McKenzie. So that game will be a little bit behind schedule. 8 p.m. now, puck drop, according to head coach Matt Stocker. 51-49, Jamestown basketball trailing number one Century by 2, 1.3 seconds remaining. Katie Falk inbounding, and now Century wants a timeout to discuss. We'll take a 30-second pause, back with a final action right after this here on the gym.
Every body is different. Some experience injuries, while others need extra support.
I'll help you, Grandma.
At Jamestown Regional Medical Center, your health is what matters most. Our orthopedics and sports medicine team care for you and your unique needs. Their goal is to help you live your best life. Choose Jamestown Regional Medical Center for care of hips, shoulders, knees, and broken bones. Learn more at jrmcnd.com/orthopedics.
51-49, Century leading Jamestown with 1.3 seconds on the clock. The Patriots trying to stay unbeaten in the state of North Dakota this year and in the West region. Jamestown trying to get what would be a huge win even though Logan Nisley is not playing for Century here tonight. She has been involved in everything they've done, like an extra coach in the huddle for the Patriots and the future Cornhusker. Jamestown inbounding, full length of the floor to go. We'll see if they can get somebody running in action down the floor. And Andy Skunberg, he wants a timeout of his own, so we continue to delay more and more. Jamestown looked like they weren't even on the same page with what they wanted to do. This is a 30-second timeout for the Jays. Well, Century led by as many as 14 in this game. It was 24-10. First half, about 5 minutes to go. You got that feeling that, all right, here we go. The number one team is going to kind of lock in here. And then Jamestown went on a 16-1 run to end the first half of play. Led at the break, 26-25. Century led 45-35 with about 4 minutes to play. Jamestown went on a 10-0 run, tied the game, and then Century now leading by 2 with 1.3 seconds on the clock. Katie Falk inbounding for Jamestown. Try to get some action going. Bounce pass, Ella Falk, three-quarters court for the win. Just off. And Jamestown comes up just a little bit short. Right play there for the Jays. That was their chance up ahead to try and put one through. But it comes up just short, and for the third consecutive game, Jamestown falls at home by just one possession. 51-49. Century hangs on to beat Jamestown at Jerry Meyer Arena tonight. Patriots win and stay unbeaten in North Dakota. 51-49. Century victorious over Jamestown. We'll come back with final stats after this here on The Gym and Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube.
In our region, winter storms can quickly turn to emergency situations. Otter Tail Power Company encourages you to make a safety plan. Have an emergency safety kit ready with flashlights, medicines, first aid supplies, water, and non-perishable food. Include an extra power source for your phone, and never leave space heaters unattended. Keep them away from flammable items. For more information, go to otpco.com/severe weather safety. A reminder to stay safe from Otter Tail Power Company.
It's never too early to think about spring, and it's just around the corner. And at the Jamestown Country Club, they're ready for the 2023 season, and they have memberships open now. So get signed up and get yours before Valentine's Day, and they'll even throw in a $100 gift certificate for their restaurant and bar. Contact Sean Taft by email at jcc58401@gmail.com and request your registration today. The Jamestown Country Club, where they know the most important shot in golf is the next one.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
Well, number one Century pushed to the brink here at Jerry Meyer Arena tonight, but the Century girls hang on, stay undefeated in the West Region and in the state of North Dakota this year. 51-49, the final score. Century holding on to beat Jamestown here tonight at Jerry Meyer Arena. What a second half it was, though, for Ella Falk, as she finishes with 22 points for Jamestown, 17 of which came in the second half for the Blue Jays. Katie Falk with a double-double tonight, 12 points in the first half. She ends with 12 here this evening, but double figures in the rebounding category. 5 points for Bree Otley, 3 for Jada Walter, as well as Riley Joseph, and Haley Hawkinson finishes with 4 points for Jamestown. The Blue Jays were 13 of 18 at the free throw line and fall by just 2 points to Century. It was 24-10 in the first half, then 26-25 at the break, 45-35. Century had the lead. Jamestown cut it back to even, went on a 10-0 run, but it's the Patriots who come out on top at the end. Century survives a scare from the Blue Jay girls and holds on. 51-49, the final score. Jamestown falling to 8-7 overall, 7-7 in the West Region for the Jays, and they will host Legacy, who is one of those teams that's been teetering kind of all year long between that number 5 and receiving vote spot. Legacy comes to Jamestown on Thursday night to face off the Jays and cap off this little bit of a longer home stretch for Jamestown. That'll be their 4th consecutive home game. 51-49, the final score. Patriots are 16-0 in the West Region, improved to 14-2 overall. And Bismarck Century staying unbeaten in the state of North Dakota, although the Jays did try to give them a scare tonight. 51-49, Blue Jay girls fall to Century here this evening. We'll come back with your Blue Jay boys pregame show in about 5 minutes here on Jamestown 107.1. Stay tuned on Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube as well. 5-minute pause, and then Blue Jay basketball pregame show is next when we return here on the gym and Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. Back live from Jerry Meyer Arena, Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, online at newsdakota.com, and streaming with video, Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube for this evening. Game number 2 of our doubleheader tonight, Jamestown and number 1 Century. The Century Patriots boys basketball team, the number 1 team in Class A, 16-0 overall and 15-0 in the West Region. Minot High is number 2. They're following Century in the West Region and in the polls right now for Class A. Number 2 team in both those categories at 14-2 overall and 13-2 in the West. Mandan's number 3. They're also 14-2 and 13-2 overall and in the West Region this season. Legacy receiving votes in the latest poll, sitting at 11-5 overall, 10-5 in the West Region. And then there's Jamestown at 8-6 on the year, 7-6 in the West for the Blue Jay boys. They're in front of Bismarck High and Dickinson currently, and then Turtle Mountain way off in the distance. Right now it's the fight between Jamestown, Bismarck High, and Dickinson to see who's going to get that number 5 seed and avoid the play-in round of the opening round of the West Region tournament to get into the actual West Region tournament at the Bismarck Event Center coming up March 2nd through the 4th, which is always an exciting time. Get the Event Center for the West Region basketball tournament, and they'll turn around and play games at the Event Center the next weekend for state basketball. Reminder for boys hockey tonight, that's on Q101. Approximate start time with the puck drop is now at 8 p.m. against Mandan for the Blue Jay boys hockey team. Mark McKenzie has your Blue Jay hockey connection over on Q101 tonight, starting at 7:30. Well, the first time these two sides squared off in Bismarck back at the end of 2022 in December 29th. Jamestown falling 84-60, the final score. Blue Jays trailed by just 9 points at the half, but the second half things got out of hand as Century shoots 60% from the floor to get the win. Ryan Erickson had 23 points to lead the way and lead all scorers, 18 points for Anthony Doppler. And Isaiah Schaefer held to just 9 points the first time around when these two sides faced off. Jamestown was led in scoring by Noah Meisner, who had 17 points. Hochhalter ended with 8. Lamp and Ryan Larson each had 9 points in the first matchup between these two sides. So it'll be interesting to see if Jamestown on their home floor can make things a little bit different, a little bit more difficult across the board. Blue Jays with a double overtime thrilling win over Bismarck High, and then defeating Turtle Mountain on Saturday as well. So the Jays have set themselves up a lot better in terms of standings and where they're sitting at currently in the West Region, things that they can potentially do throughout the rest of the year to try and secure that 5 spot in the West right now and avoid the play-in round in the WDA tournament. Jamestown will play, anywhere from 8 to 11 deep, just depending upon the game. We saw James Horgan get into some action last time Jamestown was at home when we were here, and that was Tuesday night when the Blue Jays faced off against Bismarck High. So we'll see if that's the case again tonight, or if Jamestown's got a different body from the JV squad they're bringing up and interested in looking at and seeing how they fare during varsity action. Thought Horgan really played well when he did take the floor for Jamestown back a week ago against the Demons. So 84-60, the final score the first time between these two groups. Again, Century's unbeaten this season, 16-0 overall and 15-0 against the West Region. And it's it's really a combination of guys you've heard about over the course of the past 3 years making the difference for Century right now. Anthony Doppler averaging 15.8 points per game. Ryan Erickson's at 18.3 points a contest, 15 points a game for Isaiah Schaefer, and 12 points per game for William Ware this season for Century. Feel like those 4 guys have been playing basketball for the Patriots since they were at least sophomores, and you throw William Ware into the mix. When he was a freshman, he was on the floor. I mean, this is just a group that spent a lot of time together at the varsity level. They know what it takes to win games, and they're doing it this year under head coach Darren Mattern. And the Patriots will try to stay unbeaten here tonight on the road at Jerry Meyer Arena. For Jamestown, 8-6 on the year, back-to-back victories for the Blue Jays. They're led in scoring 13.5 points per game for Dalton Lamb, 13 a contest for Peyton Hochhalter, 12 for Ryan Larson, Noah Meisner just under 12, and Thomas Newman coming off the best performance of his Blue Jay career with 28 points against Turtle Mountain. He's now averaging 9.2 points per game for Jamestown this season. So the Jays and Century facing off for the second time this year here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400 online at newsdakota.com. The Century girls hanging on to defeat Jamestown 51-49 in our first game of the evening. We'll see if the defense is on display like it was in that game. I got a feeling this game here will be more in the low 80s to high 70s, if we're being quite honest, with the way both these two sides like to push the pace of play and really can get up and down the floor and score kind of at ease at times. Should be very interesting tonight between Jamestown and Century. Other games going on in the West region. Legacy is at Minot, Dickinson at Mandan, Watford City at St. Mary's, and Turtle Mountain at Williston here this evening in the West region. For Tuesday night hoops in the WDA. Again, Thursday night Blue Jay boys basketball only. It'll be audio only as well. Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, newsdakota.com. Mark McKenzie has coverage. Thursday night of Blue Jay boys basketball against Legacy. Again, they're splitting up the girls and the boys on Thursday for that Legacy game because it's a makeup, so they don't have the same facilities ready to go for the JV and freshman games. So they'll have to play all the girls' games here at Jerry Meyer. All the boys' games will be at the Jamestown Civic Center, and that's where the Blue Jay boys will take on Legacy on Thursday night. Mark McKenzie has coverage here on the gym and newsdakota.com. This weekend, University of Jamestown doubleheaders Friday and Saturday at Morningside and Briar Cliff for the Jimmies. UJ at Morningside Friday, 6 p.m. start time for the women, approximately 7:45 for the men, and then 2 p.m. start time on Saturday for the UJ women. And the men will play at 3:45 against the Chargers of Briar Cliff. So making the trip down on Thursday with the Jimmies to Sioux City, Iowa, as Jamestown on the men's side has the chance with a 2-0 weekend to claim the outright title in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. You have to beat Morningside first before you can start even thinking about that, and we'll see what Dordt does this week as well. Could change things for Jamestown going forward. A win over Morningside really sets up the Jimmies in great position down the stretch to claim the title outright in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. So that's what's coming up the rest of this week here on Jamestown 107.1. Local sports again tonight. Q101 is the spot for Blue Jay boys hockey at home this evening against Mandan. Mark McKenzie has your Blue Jay hockey connection there over on Q101. Jamestown getting ready to meet Century for the second time this year. Patriots unbeaten, 15-0 in the West region, 16-0 overall. Jamestown at 8-6 overall, 7-6 against West region opponents so far this year, and back-to-back big wins really for the Blue Jays, beating Bismarck High in double OT and then getting the win here at home over Turtle Mountain by 5 on Saturday. Blue Jay boys basketball against Centuries coming up after this break here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, online at newsdakota.com, and streaming with video, Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube.
How are you doing? Really? How are you doing? Are you taking the time to check in on you? A real check-in. Scheduling a wellness visit is an easy way to take care of yourself. At Essentia Health, we want to know how you're doing. We want to help. Whether it's face-to-face or a virtual appointment, the right care is waiting for you. We'll listen, assess how you are, and get you back on track. It's always good to check in. Care like nowhere else. Essentia Health. Schedule online at essentiahealth.org.
Quick Lane Jamestown is looking to add to their dynamic team of auto maintenance technicians. Business continues to grow and grow, and they need to expand their staff. Are you a mechanical soul who'd like to work in a modern, clean, and busy shop? Light-duty work includes oil changes, tire rotates, vehicle inspections, maintenance and upkeep, and more. While working alongside an experienced team, and did we mention you get to work in an air-conditioned and heated shop? Competitive wages and benefits offered. Apply online through Facebook or stoutcars.com. Call 701-252-2270 or simply stop by. Claim your career today at RM Stout.
The Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward. Find the Honda ATV that fits your needs at Gun and Reel Sports on 1st Street West in downtown Jamestown. Then you'll start to understand how life is better on a Honda. For riders 16 years of age and older, Honda recommends that all 8 a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
Why choose professional eye care centers? Let me count the whys. First, there are now 4 great doctors to see. Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangula, and now welcoming Dr. Bond. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, and Edgeley. And finally, their fantastic frame selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers. Clearly the best.
Where do you find the friendliest staff, largest selection, lowest prices, and the freshest produce? Hugo's in Jamestown. But what if you can't go to the store? Hugo's Family Marketplace offers online shopping. You can shop all the departments and all the sales at GoHugos.com. Choose pickup or Hugo's delivery service, and they'll do the in-store shopping for you. Hugo's Family Marketplace online shopping at GoHugos.com.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Where do teams go to get their custom printed apparel?
Originals!
Where do companies go to get their corporate logo printed on shirts, caps, and jackets?
Originals, of course.
And where do fans go to get their Blue Jay and Jimmy apparel either off the rack or single-piece prints?
Originals! Originals!
There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals, 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
Back live here at Jerry Meyer Arena, Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight, Jamestown and Century here from Jerry Meyer Arena. Let's look at your starters for the Patriots out of Bismarck Century High School, and undefeated this year, 16-0 overall, 15-0 in the West Region. A guard and forward and a senior standing at 6'4", number 3, Anthony Doppler. Isaiah Schaefer is the junior guard at 6'1". Tyler Burst in the starting lineup, a senior guard at 6'1". William Ware is a senior forward at 6'7", and Ryan Erickson in the middle, the 6'10" senior center. Now for the Jamestown Blue Jays, a sophomore guard. He wears number 1 and stands at 6 foot even, Noah Meisner. A senior at 6'2" and a guard/forward, number 3, Peyton Hochhalter. A junior standing at 6 foot even, number 10, Dalton Lamp. Caden Cox is the 6'3" senior guard and forward, wearing number 13, and Ryan Larson, a 6'2" junior guard and forward for the Blue Jays. Head coach Darren Mattern for the Patriots. Head coach Jacoby Lloyd for the Blue Jays, squaring off once again here in the 2022-23 season. Wrapping up doubleheader action tonight and doubleheader action this season between the Patriots and the Blue Jays. Two teams very familiar with each other because, again, a lot of these guys on the floor for both sides have been out there the past couple of years facing off. They're very familiar groups. Erickson against Cox in the middle. He wins the opening tilt, does Erickson, with that 7-inch height advantage, and it's Century basketball to begin this ball game. Right side, Burst on the drive, lost it out of bounds. We got a bump on the foul coming first on Caden Cox, and the ball going out of bounds forced the foul to be called there more than anything else. So a fresh 30 on the shot clock, 10 seconds in, a foul on Cox. Right side, looking in, Doppler, turnaround, jump shot short. Hochhalter tapped around to Meisner for the defensive rebound. It's Jamestown basketball. First look on offense for the Blue Jays against the number 1 team in Class A. Meisner step through, bounce pass for Lamp. Out to the right wing, Hochhalter rises. too strong. Erickson defensive rebound. Patriots basketball 30 seconds into the first half of play. Isaiah Schaefer's got unlimited range. He's a guy that you have to keep a hand in the face of. He shoots it so well from the outside. Very dangerous. Anthony Doppler up top. Screen right from Erickson. Doppler driving down to the right block. Stops inside. Pull up. Bank shot goes. Doppler has the first bucket for Century. We're a minute into the first half. 2-0 Patriots on top of the Blue Jays. Left side for Larson. He hoists and can't find the rim on this shot. Turnover for Jamestown. Or may as well be a turnover off the missed look. 2-0 Century. A little bit of faux pressure from the Blue Jays. Caden Cox in the backcourt, forcing the ball to be given back to Doppler. And now Burst starts this offensive look. Ware setting some screens. Doppler gets the touch with Meisner off his hip. Screen right side, Erickson. Doppler backs up. Shot clock down to 10. Schaefer to the left with a screen from Ware. Far side of the floor, runner action, blocked by Dalton Lamp, and Jamestown gets the stop defensively. Hustling ahead, Meisner drives down low, left block, stops, kicks left wing. Larson faked the three, dribble in, pass out left corner, turnover Jamestown, and some miscommunication early for the Blue Jays. 16-19 first half, 2-0. Jamestown trailing number 1 Century. Patriots the only unbeaten team in Class A. Doppler inside, dumps down to the back. Ware goes underneath, lays it off the window for 2. 4-0 Century, and some pressure in the full court from the Patriots. They leave 2 back. Jamestown hustling ahead. Caden Cox, bounce pass left corner. Meisner 3. Off the iron, offensive board for Caden Cox. Spins back, left corner. Lamp on the near side wing. Dribbling towards the cup, fade away for Lamp. Off the heel, and Erickson has the defensive rebound. 4-0. Century in front of Jamestown. 15.5 minutes to go first half. Right side handoff. Doppler on the up fake. Drive, pull up, right elbow jumper. Clanked out. Long rebound for Caden Cox. Driving inside. Caden Cox all the way to the rim, but missed the lay-in opportunity. Good defense late from William Ware. Century pushing up ahead. Doppler nearly swiped away, and a reach-in foul coming on the Jays. It's on Lamp, his first second team foul. Inbound underneath the bucket, right to Erickson. Right block, he goes baseline inside and just bullies his way to the spot. Erickson gets the 2. 3 minutes into the first half, 6-0 Century. Larson, far side, swiping through traffic into the corner for Hochhalter. Now dumped down in, Larson lay in, too strong. Good help defense from Schaefer, alters the shot. 6-0 Century, 14:40 first half. Ware on the drive, pull up inside the left elbow, jump shot well contested by Hochhalter. Cox rebound, pushes up the floor. Larson straight inside, off the touch from Caden Cox. Larson gets the lay-in, and Jamestown's on the board. 14:25 first half, 6-2, Century in front. Horgan headed to the scorers table for the Blue Jays. Lunsman and Newman also up off the bench for Jamestown. Thomas Newman sporting some tape on that right hand. We'll talk some more about that once he gets into the game. Schaefer drive right, pull up, jump shot from 15 is good. And just hit his spot in the right corner of the floor. 8-2, Century, 14 minutes, and now underneath that here in the first half. Cox, baseline, left drive, bounce pass back towards the top of the key. Larson had it poked away from him by Doppler, who picks it up the other side. Reach-in foul on Larson. That's just not a lot of contact there. Jamestown gives it back to Century. 8-2, Patriots on top. Horgan, Newman, Lunsman take the floor for the Blue Jays as Meisner, Lamp, and Larson head to the bench. Doppler inbounding over the top. Erickson in the middle of the lane, kicks out straight away for Burst. Screen right side, Burst. Top of the key, Erickson feeds back out. And now Doppler going to work. 20 on the shot clock. Whistle. And a moving screen. Foul is on Ware for the moving screen, turnover Century. It's the first on the Patriots. 8-2, Jamestown trailing. Hochhalter poised to run the offense now for Jamestown. The senior handing off for Mason Lunsman. Around left side, Horgan dribbles into the lane. Ball kicked up in the air. He gets it back. Right corner look for Lunsman is pure. Mason Lunsman off the touch from James Horgan. Jamestown bounce goes their way, and they capitalize. 8-5. Blue Jays trailing Century, approaching 13 minutes left in the first half. Inside, left-handed lay-in for Erickson, not there. Tap back with the right. Gets his own offensive rebound, and the tap back in the process. 10-5 Century. 5 minutes off the clock in the first half of play. Jamestown trailing by 5. Top of the key, Horgan raises. Just a hair too strong. Offensive rebound for Ryan Larson, who's back into the game for Jamestown. Hochhalter, near side, stops, look to hand off for Newman, curls it back to the right. Horgan on the drive, goes straight into the lane, and a charge. Burst was set up inside, just kind of waiting for somebody to collapse, and Jamestown turns it over. Fourth team foul on the Jays, first on Horgan. Pair of subs for Century. Drew Kemple, sophomore, is in for the first time. And Oliver Jensen, a junior, takes the floor. Jensen on the Blue Jay logo, filters out left side for Kemple. Drives in, kicks out, Erickson, 3, rattled off. Those start going, then it's real trouble. Newman ahead, nearly lost the ball behind his back. Regains the dribble, ball on the floor. Newman picks it up, trying to get rid of it. Into the left corner, was tapped out of bounds. Last touch was from Jensen and Century. More subs for the Patriots. Jack Kane in for the first time. Joel Edlin takes the floor. Doppler, the only remaining starter, still out there for the Patriots. Right wing Larson dribbles inside the free throw line. Left-handed lay-in, goes for 2. Strong take to the cup by Ryan Larson. He gets the lay-in to go, and Jamestown trails by just 3. Under 12 minutes to go. First half. Around the arc to the left. Jensen, right side drive. Doppler dumping down low. Edlin backs in. He traveled. Yes, he did. Turnover Century, as Edlin didn't quite get set as he was maneuvering back into the lane. Jamestown basketball, and nearly a turnover in the backcourt. Hochhalter has to put on the brakes to maneuver across midcourt. Handoff, far side, Newman for Horgan on the wing. Dribble to the free throw line. Horgan stops. Backdoor cut for Hochhalter. He stopped in the process, and Jamestown turns it over. Horgan put the pass there. Hochhalter keeps going. He's got a chance at it at least, but he stops. Jamestown turns it over. Newman, Horgan, and Larson come off the floor. Caden Cox, Noah Meisner back in. And Dalton Lamp also re-entering the game. 10-7 Century. 11:20 first half. Backing down inside. Spin to the right. Up in the air, and it's an offensive rebound for Edlin. Caden Cox all over him as Jensen missed the initial lay-in. Kemple set up inside. Shot clock to 7. Doppler dribbles it out, now going to work against Meisner. Doppler nearly lost the basketball. In fact, he did. Shot clock violation, turnover by Century. And 11 minutes to play in the first half. Jamestown trailing number 1 by just 3 points here at Jerry Meyer Arena. Thomas Newman's got that right hand taped up and getting worked on again by the athletic training staff. We'll see if that hinders Newman's ability to really be effective in this game. Jamestown ball, 23 on the shot clock as it was swiped out of bounds. Stack to look, and Hochhalter inbounding volleyball line. Near side, Dalton Lamp dribbles inside the left lane line. Kick out for Lunsman. Now right to Hochhalter midway through the clock. Hochhalter fakes the give to Lamp. Hochhalter handing off right. Meisner drives in. Left-handed lay-in goes. Noah Meisner first bucket, and Peyton Hochhalter going down to the floor. Maybe a cramp. Maybe something a little bit more serious. 10:36 first half. 10-9 Century. Hochhalter, yeah, it just gives the thumbs up. I think he just cramped up more than anything. Hopefully that's the case, although he's not putting a ton of pressure on his left leg as he comes off the floor. So we'll see if Hochhalter can get back into this game for Jamestown. 10.5 minutes first half, 10-9, Blue Jays trailing Century. Ball in the backcourt, thrown up ahead to Jensen from Kemple. Jensen all the way around the arc left side. Kemple gets the touch on the wing. Look down underneath for Doppler. Back out. Kemple kicks it right for Jack Kane. Now right corner, Edlin, jump shot. Just inside 15 feet goes, and it's 12-9. Patriots with the advantage. Lunsman pulls from deep again. Just a hair too strong. Offensive rebound for Noah Meisner. Dalton Lamp, near side of the floor. Jump stop inside, kicks it back out. Lunsman head fake on the three. He drives in, sends it near side corner. Cox back around the arc up top. Shot clock, plenty to work for Jamestown. Larson gets the handoff. He goes straight up, draws the contact, and Ryan Larson headed to the free throw line for 2 attempts coming for Jamestown. First free throws of the night for the Blue Jays. And Larson gets the first. Mass substitutions in for Century. Ware, Erickson, first. Schaefer, as Larson goes 2 for 2. Ryan Larson's up to 6 points. Tyler Burst back into the game. Runs the offense. And it's Kemple, the only one who stays out there now with the starting 5. The exception of Doppler. Inside look for Erickson. He spins into the middle. Burst, handoff underneath. Ware waits for his defender to get in the air and then lays it off the window for 2. 14-11 Century. 9:20 first half. Jamestown basketball. Lunsman regains his dribble, dribbling left side, kicks towards the right corner. Meisner to tie. He does. Far side corner 3 for Noah Meisner. He's got 5 points. Timeout taken by Century. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside, take the 1-minute pause. Back after this, midway through the first half. Jamestown 14, Century 14.
Before you can start building a business, you have to build a business. You know, a building, a storefront, a facility, new or addition. Problem is, you're too busy taking care of business. You don't have time to meet with a planner, a contractor, and suppliers. But if you wait any longer, you're going to start losing business. Enter Hillerud Construction. They're in the business of building business. Quality commercial construction saves you time, stress, and money so you can get on with your business. Visit HillerudConstruction.com.
What would life be like without telephones, internet, and digital cable? Let's not even go there. Dakota Central is proud to be the local company that provides you with these high-tech communication options. Whether it's the crystal clear telephone connection, the digital cable that produces over 150 channels, HD and DVR, or reliable high-speed internet, Dakota Central provides it all, serving Jamestown and Carrington and beyond. Call 952-1000, 652-3184, or see them on the web at dakotacentral.com.
14-14, midway through the first half. Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, online at newsdakota.com. It's Century basketball out of the full timeout for the Patriots. Erickson inside, gives back, jump shot for Burst is in for 2. Jackson Burst inside of 15 feet, knocks it through, and it's 16-14, Patriots on top. Lamp to the near side of the floor. Meisner drives. He's got 5 points already. Right lane line flips off for Lunsman. Lunsman looking to go somewhere with it midway through the shot clock. Spun it back up top, and Jamestown not on the same page. Turnover for the Blue Jays with 8.5 minutes to go in this first half. During the timeout, head coach Darren Mattern could be heard throughout the entire gymnasium here at Jerry Meyer. Not a soft-spoken individual when it comes to basketball, that's for sure. Jays will try to get the music pumping as Schaefer steps back and drains a deep left wing 3. 19-14, Century leading Jamestown, approaching 8 minutes to go in the first half. That's the first bucket for Isaiah Schaefer from long range today. Jack Van Berkom on the floor for the Blue Jays. Dalton Lamp drives to the left elbow, stops, kicks out right for Larson. Head fake on the three. Ryan Larson downhill inside, drive in the lane, trapped right now, has to kick out right corner. Lamp for three, too strong, and long rebound to Schaefer. 7:45 first half, 19-14. Schaefer just across the half-court line, pulled, and that one off the iron. That was an aggressive shot from Isaiah Schaefer. He probably could have stepped in about 3 more feet and then taken the shot. Bounce pass right, Lamp dribbles into the lane, stops, and we got a foul underneath before the shot. Schaefer picks up his first, third team foul on Century. Meisner goes inbound, left wing, Larson back towards the free throw line and now outright. Meisner hoisting, not there. Offensive rebound, Van Berkom. Jack Van Berkom goes back up, this time blocked by Ware, and Jamestown got another opportunity but couldn't capitalize on it. Century up by 5. 5-0 run since the timeout by the Patriots. Kemple away from the bucket. Goes around the arc left, inside the elbow. Fadeaway jump shot is pure, and Kemple makes it a 21-14 Century lead. Two schools that represented the West Region football state tournament. Century for AA. Turnover by Lunsman. Swipe through. Kemple. Good step by on the other end. And a 9-0 run since the Century timeout takes the Patriots to a 23-14 lead. 6:40 to play first half. We're back to Jerry Meyer Arena in 30 seconds.
Two Rivers Printing is your local source for anything printed on paper. As a full-service print shop, they offer quick print services for all kinds of posters, flyers, and business forms. They also print banner signs, invitations, cookbooks, thank you cards, and more. They can also do wide format printing in matte, gloss, blueprints, and vinyl. With decades of experience, you know it will be done quickly and done right. Call Two Rivers Printing at 251-1266 at the end of 10th Street in Jamestown.
23-14, Century with a lead on Jamestown. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first half here from Jerry Meyer Arena. I'm Jaron Matheny, Jamestown 107.1, Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. So a 9-point lead for the Patriots inbound for Jamestown, and Lamp is bumped into by Doppler. That draws an immediate whistle. Doppler's first and the fourth team foul. Thomas Newman, Noah Meisner, Dalton Lamp, Jack Van Berkom, and James Horgan make up the 5 Blue Jays on the floor currently. Meisner, the volleyball line, spins it out right for Lamp. They'll dump down inside, Van Berkom right elbow, handing off Horgan. He goes inside, backdoor cut action, Lamp runner, can't drop it. Erickson rebound, 9-0 run currently for Century. Doppler. Far side, steps inside the left block, and Jamestown was just late to get there defensively, but Doppler left it short on the attempt. 6 minutes to play first half. Blue Jays trailing by 9. Right side, Lamp, turnaround, pull up Jay, doesn't drop. Jamestown's had a couple of buckets that popped out from the rim. Lamp gets the turnover out the other side. He's one-on-one with Erickson, instead tosses it right corner for Horgan. Horgan up in the air, nearly trapped by Ware. Lamp gets it back, double team help coming, and Dalton Lamp dribbles it out for Jamestown with 15 to work offensively. Lamp spins it right, Van Berkom, skip pass left corner, Meisner for 3, and off the iron again for Jamestown. 5:20 first half, 23-14, Patriots leading the Blue Jays. Larson, Lunsman to the scorer's table. See if Peyton Hochhalter returns to this game at any point for Jamestown. Erickson underneath for Ware, skip pass right corner, burst up top to Schaefer. He creates the separation, right wing 3, and a 12-0 run by Century makes it 26-14 with 5 minutes to go until the half. See if the Blue Jays can take a page out of the girls' playbook. Jamestown girls ended the first half on a 16-1 run to take the lead heading into the break. Newman out left, Lamp can't connect. And right now, Jamestown short or just can't get the right bounce on every shot. Doppler, slow action to the far side. Double screens up top. He goes right. Doppler left to Erickson. He slides his feet. Curls a pass right corner. On the baseline drive against Horgan. Burst goes up. Missed it with the left hand. Doppler underhand toss for Ware. Double clutch lay-in goes. Just nifty at the rim for William Ware. 28-14 Century. Newman right wing for Horgan. Couple of dribbles towards the top. Horgan far side for Lamp. Screen from Van Berkham, and Erickson just a little side swipe to Lamp there down to the floor. Jamestown take the foul on Erickson. It's the 5th team foul on the Patriots. Caden Cox, Mason Lunsman, Ryan Larson all into this game for Jamestown. Still have yet to see Peyton Hochhalter return for the Blue Jays. 4 minutes to play, first half. Larson 3. Can't stop the run. Offensive rebound for Lunsman. That'll cut the bleeding down a little bit as Lunsman gets the lay-in for 2. 3:50 first half, 28-16. Jamestown trailing Century. Ware going inside, near side corner, look for Kemple. He's on the baseline, spins it back left, deep 3, look again for Schaefer. He has another, and Isaiah Schaefer up to 9 points in this game, 31-16 Century. Larson on the drive, scooped it back right for Lunsman. It's out of bounds off of Century. Thomas Newman re-entering. Was 14 all. Century showing their will in the last 2 minutes or so. 31-16, Patriots in front. Far corner, Lunsman spins it top of the key. Cox on the drive inside against Erickson, and a bump and a foul, or rather that is Edlund defensively. Erickson out of this game. Edlund in with Ware, Doppler, Kemple, and Schaefer. 3:13 first half, fresh shot clock for Jamestown off the inbound from Lunsman to Meisner. Meisner, baseline right, stops. Looking for a backdoor cut action. Instead, it's Newman towards the top. Newman gets Ware on his backside, drives in, and Newman layup goes for 2. Thomas Newman with 2 points makes it 31-18. Under 3 minutes to go, first half. Number 1 Century up by 13. We were tied at 14 earlier. Ware double clutch again, and he's fouled on the way up this time. 2 free throws coming for William Ware. So 31-18 Century, 2:45 first half. And Ware hits the free throw to make it 32-18. So an 18-4 run for Century, make it 19-4 run over the last about 4 minutes of game time. 33-18, Patriots in front. Newman hustling up ahead, a reach-in foul on Century. Results in 1-and-1 free throws for the Blue Jays. Foul on William Ware is his second. Now Erickson back into the game. And 1-and-1 free throws for Thomas Newman. Jamestown 2 for 2 at the line so far this evening. Front end of the 1-and-1. And Newman rattles it on home. 6 points for Ryan Larson, 5 for Meisner and Lunsman. And now 3 for Newman makes up the scoring for Jamestown. And Newman 2 for 2. Jays back within 13, 2:40 first half. Game of runs. Jamestown trying to cut back into that double-digit deficit at the moment. Jensen spins inside against Lunsman, stops, kicks out left wing. Doppler on the up fake. They look to go in for Erickson, get it there. Left block, rather it's Edlund out to the right corner. Jensen 3 off the rim. Edlund putback goes for 2. Hard to guard so many big bodies on the inside for Century. You get William Ware out of the game, and then Edlund stands in there at 6'5" with the 6'10" Erickson. Newman on the drive, left lane line. Newman stops, back out up top. Erickson nearly got the takeaway. Larson, deep three. Just in front of the volleyball line. A foul underneath, though. And this is on Edland, his second, 8th team foul. And 1-and-1 free throws again for Thomas Newman. And this is a way for Jamestown to stick around here in the first half, certainly. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Newman. Off a 28-point performance against Turtle Mountain. Newman's first free throw is in. Jamestown 5 for 5 at the line here in the first half. Newman's second free throw to try and make it 13 again. He does. Thomas Newman 4 for 4 at the line. Jays are 6 for 6. 35-22 Century. Just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Jaron Matheny for Jamestown 107.1 and NewsDakota.com. Far side of the floor, a handoff left wing. Kemple drives to the free throw line all the way around right, and it's Newman with a reach-in foul and the 6th team foul on Jamestown. Newman's first. Anthony Doppler inbounding underneath the bucket. Meisner in his face, jumping up and down. Bounce pass near side corner. They'll go right into Doppler. Triple team help comes from the Jays. And Horgan just grabbed his second personal foul and the 7th team foul. 1-and-1 for Anthony Doppler. First free throw for Doppler, missed the front end, and Jamestown has the basketball. Under 100 seconds to go in the first half. Newman spins it up top for Larson, trying to drive on Doppler. Larson steps inside at 10 feet, kicks out Horgan for 3, too strong, and a rebound kicked around and then picked up eventually by Erickson. 1:15 first half. First, handing off left side, Jensen on the arc to the top of the key. Hand off right, fake the 3 from Kemple, drive inside. Oh, nifty move, scoops it up and under for 2. Kemple on the drive, makes it a 15-point Century lead. Final minute of the first half. Horgan, backdoor cut to Newman. Great action from Jamestown. James Horgan, nice find, and Thomas Newman's got 8 points to lead the scoring for the Blue Jays. 37-24. Final 40 seconds of the opening half. Timeout coming for Century. We'll take the pause with them. Back in 30 seconds to Jerry Meyer Arena for the final 40 seconds of the first half.
Every body is different. Some experience injuries, while others need extra support.
I'll help you, Grandma.
At Jamestown Regional Medical Center, your health is what matters most. Our orthopedics and sports medicine team care for you and your unique needs. Their goal is to help you live your best life. Choose Jamestown Regional Medical Center for care of hips, shoulders, knees, and broken bones. Learn more at jrmcnd.com/orthopedics.
37-24. Century has the lead with 40.5 seconds on the clock in the first half. 2 personal fouls on William Ware, 2 fouls on Josh Edlin. They're both out of the game for Century here as the Patriots inbound in front of the Blue Jay bench. Entry pass over the top. Larson taps it away to Horgan, and Jamestown gets the stop right out of the timeout from Century. 8-second difference between shot and game clock. Thomas Newman out for Noah Meisner. Jamestown patient on this possession. Top of the key, Larson deep 3. Front iron, offensive board for Horgan. Final 10 seconds of the first half. Century basketball. Doppler and the number 1 Patriots up by 11. 3 seconds and 2. Doppler on the drive, spin around, and missed the fadeaway. And at the end of the first half of play, Jamestown trails number 1 Century 37-26 at the half. Isaiah Schaefer with 11 first half points leads the scoring in this game. Noah Meisner with 5 points, but it's Thomas Newman and Ryan Larson each with 8. Leading the charge for Jamestown in that first half of play. 37-26 at the break. Century in front of Jamestown. We'll step aside back in 3 minutes with their first half stats here on The Gym and NewsDakota.com.
Enjoy the rustic Frontier Fort Bar, Grill, and Gift Shop. The gift shop is open year-round with North Dakota tourism gifts and unique jewelry. And for a true Dakota Territory dining experience, the Frontier Fort Grill is open from 4 to 9 Monday through Saturday. Every Thursday night, get a rack of ribs, fries, coleslaw, and toast for just $9.95. And their legendary prime rib is served on Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in or call for takeout at 252-7492. The Frontier Fort, on the road to the Buffalo, Jamestown.
You know you don't really want that hurry-up, bought on the cheap, not sure what I got insurance coverage. Good, because Farmers Union insurance agents do things just a little different. We'll work with you personally for home, auto, business, or farm insurance and tailor the exact coverage plan you need, because we're not satisfied until you are. Different? You bet. Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Good luck to the Blue Jays and Jimmies from your local Farmers Union agent, Steve Benyon.
Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
The Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward. Find the Honda ATV that fits your needs at Gun & Reel Sports on 1st Street West in downtown Jamestown. Then you'll start to understand how life is better on a Honda. For riders 16 years of age and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness Center is excited to announce Brooke Bruce, licensed massage therapist, has joined our team to serve the Jamestown and Lemoore communities. Brooke has 12 years of experience in massage, including craniosacral massage therapy, and believes that massage is an important part of a person's wellness routine. Follow Apex on Facebook to be informed of massage giveaways and scheduling information. Call 952-2739 for Jamestown or 883-5611 for Lemoore to schedule your massage today.
Where do teams go to get their custom printed apparel?
Originals!
Where do companies go to get their corporate logo printed on shirts, caps, and jackets?
Originals, of course.
And where do fans go to get their Blue Jay and Jimmy apparel either off the rack or single-piece prints?
Originals! Originals!
There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals, 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
Halftime break here at Jerry Meyer Arena in boys basketball tonight. 37-26. Bismarck Century has the lead on Jamestown at the end of the first half of play here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, online at newsdakota.com. Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. I'm Jaron Matheny. 8 points in the first half for both Ryan Larson and Thomas Newman. They lead the scoring for Jamestown, and then 5 points for Mason Lunsman and Noah Meisner. That makes up the 26 points for the Blue Jays in the first half of play. So 5 for Meisner, 5 for Lunsman, 8 for Newman, and for Larson. Peyton Hochhalter went out of this game about the 10-minute mark, if memory serves me right, in the first half, and has not returned. Thought initially maybe it was just a cramp, but just didn't put any weight on that left leg as he was exiting the floor. So we'll try to keep you updated on that, see if we see him in the second half, Peyton Hochhalter that is, or what happens from here on out for Jamestown without Hochhalter on the floor in the second half of play. Isaiah Schaefer leading the scoring for Century with 11 points in that first half. He leads all scorers in this game. Really balanced offensive attack from Century in the first half. They've got really 2 rolling lineups at any time. They go about 9 deep with that starting 5 and then 4 off the bench. Jamestown has decided to play a little bit deeper too, and I think part of that with Hochhalter being out, kind of forcing the hand of head coach Jacoby Lloyd here tonight to go a little bit deeper, play some guys in some situations that maybe they're playing a couple extra minutes they weren't necessarily ready for tonight or weren't expecting to play. Ready for is not the right way to put that, but just not expecting to play a certain amount of minutes. But Jamestown, you just have to figure out how you can kind of take the floor in the second half and try to take over this game early in the second half of play. If Newman and Larson can play a little bit of 1 and 2 action with Meisner on the outside with Lunsman, and see if those guys can knock in some deep threes on the drive in and kick out for Jamestown, but it's just going to be dependent upon if the Blue Jays here can get to the rim, attack inside, get that kick out in the process, hit some outside shots in the second half, and then can you slow down that inside-out game on the other end of Century with Ryan Erickson and William Ware on the inside. Joel Edlin you throw into the mix as well. Those three guys inside have kind of controlled the paint to start for Century, and then the outside looks for Isaiah Schaefer. He's just tough to stop. You cannot give him a window of space on the outside, or he's going to make you pay for it. He did that 3 times in the first half from long range for Century. So 11 points for Isaiah Schaefer, leads all scorers at the halftime break. Jamestown trailing 37-26 to Century at the end of the first half. Girls basketball earlier tonight, Blue Jays fell by 2 to number 1 Century. And Jamestown, for the 3rd consecutive game, losing by just a single possession here at home. Now 3 straight losses for the Jamestown girls. Both Blue Jay sides will square off against the Legacy on Thursday. Again, the boys will play at the Civic Center. Girls will be here at Jerry Meyer Arena. If you're looking for Blue Jay boys hockey tonight, it's over on Q101. Mark McKenzie has your coverage, and the puck has officially dropped from Wilson Arena for senior night for the Blue Jays in boys hockey this evening. Again, that's over on Q101 at the half here at Jerry Meyer Arena. Jamestown trailing Century 37-26. We're back with second half action after this here on the Gym, newsdakota.com, and our Jamestown 1071 Sports YouTube page.
At Unison Bank, we provide financial solutions for customers to meet their needs today and achieve their dreams tomorrow. From personal banking services like checking accounts, mortgage, and auto loans, to business banking services, at Unison Bank, we offer financial solutions with prompt responses and quality service. Visit unisonbank.com for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Some of us were born to farm. Some diesels, like Cenex Premium Diesel, were born to fuel. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn to reduce particulate matter and keep filters cleaner for longer. Fuel your equipment like a pro with Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster and leave typical number 2 diesel to the amateurs. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Johnny B's Brickhouse, famous for their pizza, but wait, there's pasta, and their amazing wings, and fresh ground hamburgers, tasty salads and appetizers too. And for dessert, you can't beat their sweet sticks. Come on out for Tuesday night trivia and live entertainment every Thursday night. The place to be is Johnny B's, smack dab in the middle of Main Street, downtown Jamestown. And remember, for delivery and carryout, call 952-8777.
Before you can start building a business, you have to build a business. You know, a building, a storefront, a facility, new or addition. Problem is, you're too busy taking care of business. You don't have time to meet with a planner, a contractor, and suppliers. But if you wait any longer, you're going to start losing business. Enter Hillerud Construction. They're in the business of building business. Quality commercial construction saves you time, stress, and money so you can get on with your business. Visit hillerudconstruction.com.
Are you looking for a fun, new activity to try with the entire family? Check out Open Skate at the Winter Sports Building in Jamestown at the Wilson Arena. Bring your own ice skates or rent a pair from our facility. Open Skate is a fun and affordable family activity. Daily admission ranges from $3 per child to only $5 per adult. Find all the dates and times for Open Skate on the John L. Wilson Facebook page. We hope to see you there. Join our team at S&P Health Ave Maria and find out how you can make a difference in the lives of our residents. S&P Health Ave Maria is offering $2,000 sign-on bonuses, full-time cook, and full-time dietary assistant positions. You'll enjoy working in a warm and loving care atmosphere, making friends with the residents, families, and coworkers. Apply online at sphealth.org/Ave Maria. Again, offering $2,000 sign-on bonuses for full-time cook and full-time dietary assistant positions. Apply at sphealth.org/Ave Maria.
Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
Ready for second half action from Jerry Meyer Arena tonight. Jaron Matheny on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400. Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. Our video tonight presented by our sponsors, Johnny B's Brickhouse Pizza, Gun and Reel Sports, and JRMC Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. You see them flashing in the top left corner throughout our broadcast. Video is not available without them this evening. Jamestown basketball to begin the second half of play. No Peyton Hochhalter out there, so it's Lunsman who gets the start in the second half. Caden Cox, top of the key three, is off the mark, and Century will have their first possession on offense upcoming. A 37-26 lead for the Patriots as we begin the second half. Near side, Doppler on the wing. Up top for Schaefer, poked away back towards midcourt. Lamp goes to chase him down. Shot clock to 8. Schaefer, volleyball line, gives it up to Erickson. Erickson on the drive in, spins inside, step through, lost it, and it's Jamestown basketball. Erickson lost it on the way out, was looking for a foul. Coach Mattern was looking for a tip out of bounds. They won't get either. Jamestown ball trailing by 11. Noah Meisner, Ryan Larson, Dalton Lamp, Caden Cox, and Mason Lunsman make up the 5 Blue Jays as Meisner scoops it around with the left hand in for 2 points. Jays within single digits as we begin the second half of play. 1 minute off the clock, 37-28 Century. Bounce pass up top for Schaefer. Goes off the screen left from Ware. Near side corner, spun back towards the top of the volleyball line. Doppler. Right side on the drive against Meisner. Doppler spins in. Left-handed finish not there. Got his own offensive rebound. He's fouled on the putback. And 2 free throws on the way for Anthony Doppler. Caden Cox, his 3rd personal foul. First foul of the second half on either team. First free throw off the mark for Doppler. More local sports Thursday. Blue Jay boys basketball against Legacy. Thomas Newman in for Caden Cox. And this is the problem for Jamestown here, is they just don't have the height to match up inside with Century. Not a lot of teams in the state do. 0 for 2 on this trip, though, for Doppler at the free throw line. Keeps it a 9-point game. Newman straight ahead, inside, blocked by Erickson, and went off him on the way out, and Jamestown gives it back to Century. 16.5 minutes in the second half, 37-28. Patriots on top. Left wing, hook inside for Ware. Top of the key 3 for Burst. Rattled off, Thomas Newman rebound. Newman surveys the floor. Pass back for Meisner. Inside the 3-point line, kick out, Larson launching. Rattled out. Jamestown, again, they've had some good looks offensively. Both teams had some good looks, just not getting the result they want. Lamp nearly gets the takeaway. Much better defensive effort here in the early going of the second half for Jamestown. William Ware inbounding. First. Curls it underneath. Doppler swiping through. Foul is on the floor against Jamestown. Second team foul on the Blue Jays. Noah Meisner charged with his first. Inbound, right corner, Erickson, turnaround jump shot off the iron. Long rebound on the offensive glass for Ware. Hands off for a Schaefer 3, and that is off to the left. Defensive board for Lunsman. Didn't look like Coach Mattern really liked that shot. Inside drive, Lunsman missed that left-handed lay-in opportunity from the near side. Up the floor, Schaefer goes underneath the cup, lays it back in for 2. 39-28 Century, 15-20, left wing 3 for Lamp. Spins around and out. Larson going after the rebound, can't hang on to it. Head coach Jacoby Lloyd wants to calm some things down, and so does Century. Patriots call for timeout. It's a full timeout for the Patriots. We'll take a 30-second pause. Back to Jerry Meyer Arena after this. 39-28, Century leading 15-17, second half.
Every body is different. Some experience injuries. while others need extra support.
I'll help you, Grandma.
At Jamestown Regional Medical Center, your health is what matters most. Our orthopedics and sports medicine team care for you and your unique needs. Their goal is to help you live your best life. Choose Jamestown Regional Medical Center for care of hips, shoulders, knees, and broken bones. Learn more at jrmcnd.com/orthopedics.
39-28. Century with the lead on Jamestown. 15 minutes, 17 seconds to play in the second half. Jaron Matheny here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400. Online at newsdakota.com. Streaming with video. Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube. Also find the link to our video at newsdakota.com by going underneath the sports section. Century basketball out of the full timeout for the Patriots. No changes for Century in the lineup. Jamestown's Lunsman waits for the pass across midcourt and thrown away by Century. First, rather burst looking ahead at Schaefer and threw it away. Lamp driving far side lane line over Erickson, but again, the ball just not dropping in the hoop tonight for the Blue Jays. Up the floor, William Ware, near side corner. Doppler around the arc to the right side. Burst goes inside for Erickson. Spins on the baseline. Erickson, layup off the window, good for two. 41-28 Century. Under 15 minutes to go, second half. Larson driving straight at Doppler. Tapped out of bounds by Anthony Doppler. Jamestown retains possession with 23 on the shot clock. Inbound left corner for Newman. Thomas Newman holds the ball low, back towards the top of the key. Meisner trying to drive inside, poked away by Doppler. Numbers for Century up ahead. Ware driving straight inside, banks it in for two more. 43-28 Century, 14-15 second half. Larson across midcourt, pass for Lunsman. Screen right side, Newman. Lunsman goes the opposite way. Now Newman travels up top. Turnover Jamestown. And 4 minutes into the second half, Century has increased their lead by 2. Patriots with the basketball. 4 minutes into the second half of play, 43-28. Century on top. Should say they've increased their lead by 4 since the half, make it 6 as Doppler drops it in. And all of a sudden, it's a 17-point Patriot lead. Jamestown, some subs scrambling to the scorer's table. Lamp, left side, stops, spins out. Lunsman, long range. Look, it's good. Jamestown needed that. Mason Lunsman gets the long range 3 to go. And a full timeout incoming from head coach Jacoby Lloyd. 13:33 second half, 45-31. Century leading Jamestown. Back in 30 seconds to Jerry Meyer Arena.
In our region, winter storms can quickly turn to emergency situations. Otter Tail Power Company encourages you to make a safety plan. Have an emergency safety kit ready with flashlights, medicines, first aid supplies, water, and non-perishable food. Include an extra power source for your phone and never leave space heaters unattended. Keep them away from flammable items. For more information, go to otpco.com/severe weather safety. A reminder to stay safe from Otter Tail Power Company.
Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
45-31, Century leading Jamestown with 13 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the second half of play. I'm Jaron Matheny here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, newsdakota.com, Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube as well. Century basketball out of the made 3 from the Blue Jays. A timeout from head coach Jacoby Lloyd as Jamestown looks to crank up that defensive intensity down the stretch. Ware, top of the key towards Doppler. Look in. Now Doppler spinning inside. Stops. Kicks back right for Erickson. He's on the drive. Up fake against Van Berkom, and left-handed lay-in goes. Just real crafty for the big man at the rim, Ryan Erickson, to make it 47-31. 5 minutes off the clock in the second half of play. Jamestown basketball trailing by 16. Cox filters out for Horgan. And now whistles and a foul coming on Century. It's on Doppler, his second. First team foul of the second half charge to the Patriots. Noah Meisner, inbound left. Thomas Newman drives, hangs in the air, right-handed finish. Thomas Newman is into double figures for the Blue Jays, and the first one to get there, 47-33, Century leading. Far side, Doppler to the Blue Jay logo and around left. A little up fake action. Burst goes in. Erickson dribbling on Van Berkom. Hook shot, right hand. Missed it. Newman bumped into by Ware. And that's his third personal foul. Second team foul on Century. Kemple is into the game. And the only sub right now for the Patriots. Dalton Lamp, Thomas Newman, Jack Van Berkom, James Horgan, and Caden Cox, the 5 Blue Jays. Horgan, top of the key, out left wing. Lamp hoists short off the iron to Erickson. He floats it up the floor. Kemple on the drive against Horgan, goes baseline, sends it out. Erickson going straight downhill, little floater, drops in for the big man. 49-33. Century leading Jamestown. Under 12 minutes to go. Inside runner left short by Lamp. He wanted a foul. Erickson, football pass out the other way. Saved by Schaefer, and Newman grabs it. Numbers for Jamestown. At least 5 on 4 until Schaefer gets back. Now he does in front of Lamp. Caden Cox, middle of the lane, drives inside, stops, turns around. Back out left, Lamp traveled. Yep, turnover Jamestown. 11:33, second half, 49-33, Century on top. Davies leading Valley City, 58-22. At the half, Wapaton on top of Fargo North by a single point. Grand Forks Red River currently leading West Fargo Cheyenne by 14. That game is into the second half of play. 49-33 here in Jamestown. Approaching 11 minutes to go. We got a moving screen and headed the other way as Century commits a personal. So coming up on 11 minutes to go, 49-33. Jamestown trailing the number 1 team in Class A. As Century looking for a doubleheader sweep to go 4-0 against the Jays this year in boys and girls basketball. Blocking foul on Schaefer. And quickly, Century starting to pick up personal fouls and team fouls. That's the 4th team foul on the Patriots. Schaefer's 3rd, I believe. Schaefer's 2nd. This is the 4th team foul. Horgan, bounce pass on an inbound right for Thomas Newman. Fully taped up right hand. Newman steps inside, fouled on the way up. 2 more free throws coming for Jamestown. Erickson's 2nd personal, 5th team foul now on Century. Newman, first free throw. And that is the first miss at the line today for the Jays, who were 6 of 6 in the first half. Newman, free throw number 2. And he goes 1 for 2 on the trip. 7 of 8 at the line for the team total for Jamestown. 11 minutes to go, 49-34 Century. Left corner, Schaefer 3. He got it. Isaiah Schaefer, just cold-blooded, seems to always hit it at the right time. And it's an 18-point deficit for the Blue Jays. Newman lost it off his foot going out of bounds. Jamestown turns it over. 10:43 second half. So 52-34. Century on top of Jamestown. Across the timeline, handoff right, and now back around left. Jensen into the game for the first time in the second half. Edlund is also out there with Kempel, Schaefer, and Erickson. Erickson off the bounce, dribbles in on Horgan. He spins, hooks it underneath for Edlund. Meisner trying to rip at it, and now a jump ball, and possession stays with Century. 7 on the shot clock for the Patriots. 10-20 second half, 52-34. Century on top of Jamestown. Inbound left, Jensen backs up against Meisner, goes into the lane, 3 on the clock, and he's fouled on the little hook shot over the top. Meisner's second, third team foul. Oliver Jensen shoots 2. First one rattles off. Mason Lunsman in for James Horgan. Jensen goes 1 for 2 on this trip. Number 1 Century back in front by 19, 53-34. Baseline left drive for Larson. He just attacks the rim, gets the lay-in to go. Ryan Larson's into double figures for Jamestown. He's got 10, Newman with 11. And the Jays really relying on 4 guys to do a bulk of the scoring tonight, or all of the scoring at that. Right hand, and Kempel doing a lot of good things inside right now on the drive for Century. Back to a 19-point lead, 55-36. Meisner pulls up, and a foot on the line, good for 2. 9:41 to go, second half, 55-38. 30-second pause. We're back right after this here on 107.1.
It's never too early to think about spring, and it's just around the corner. And at the Jamestown Country Club, they're ready for the 2023 season, and they have memberships open now. So get signed up and get yours before Valentine's Day, and they'll even throw in a $100 gift certificate for their restaurant and bar. Contact Sean Taft by email at jcc58401@gmail.com and request your registration today. The Jamestown Country Club, where they know the most important shot in golf is the next one.
Well, Century trying to put this game away in the next 4 to 5 minutes here to give them a chance to go to the bench a little bit deeper at the end of this one for Jamestown. This is the time where you've got to shorten the gap in between yourself and Century. 17-point deficit for the Blue Jays, 55-38, Patriots in front. 9:40 second half. Pushing up the floor, kick out left wing, Schaefer driving inside, steps through underneath, missed that lay-in. Larson rebound, and Jamestown pushes the floor. 5 on 4 the other way, Newman stops inside, lay-in, goes for 2 more. Thomas Newman's up to 13. Jamestown back within 15. 9:15 to go, second half, as Century slows the pace across the timeline just for a moment. Inside look at Erickson, taken away by Lunsman, and Larson running up ahead for Jamestown. Off for Caden Cox, lay-in goes for 2. Good action up the floor. Caden Cox gets in the score column for the Jays. 55-42. Jamestown on a 4-0 spurt just like that. We're midway through the second half. Far side, Schaefer goes in. Erickson against Larson. Larson gets into the hip pocket. Good defense. Fadeaway jump shot from Erickson. Not the soft touch, but Edlund's there on the follow with the right hand for 2 more. 57-42, Century. 8.5 minutes to go. The next 4 minutes going to tell us a lot about where this game is headed. Newman spinning inside, straight to the rack again. Thomas Newman's got 15 points and scoring at will on the last 2 possessions. 57-44. Number 1 Century still with the lead on Jamestown. Working around right side. Bounce pass high over the top. Erickson off the high-low look from Edlund. Missed the lay-in. Put back. Not there either. Edlund try, and he's fouled on his putback opportunity. And now Joel Edlund hits the line for 2 free throws. $57-44. 2 free throws, and the first drops in for Edlund. William Ware, Anthony Doppler, Jackson Burst, all back in for Century. Free throw number 2. And 2 for 2 for Edland. Back to a 15-point lead for Century. Less than 8 minutes to go. Jamestown still in this game against the number 1 team in Class A, an unbeaten Century. Newman on the drive against Ware, scoops it up, left hand for 2 more. Thomas Newman putting on a clinic right now, just driving straight to the cup and nobody's stopping him. 59-46. Far side, a little bit of drive action for Kemple. He steps through on Lunsman, missed the bank shot. Caden Cox rebound. He pushes the floor for Jamestown. Hand off to Meisner. Top of the key, Larson. Got to get it to Newman here. He's the hot hand. Thomas Newman on the drive against Burst. Backing down inside. Newman got all the way down low again for 2 more points. Jamestown trails by 11. 7 minutes to play, second half. Blue Jay fans start to feel it a little bit here. Lunsman gets the takeaway. Midcourt, other side. Can't get his defender in the air. Good defense on that opposite end from Century. And Kemple with a huge stop, which prevents this game from going down to single digits. Ware trying to back in on Caden Cox in the lane. Sends it out right side through Doppler's hand and out of bounds. Starting to feel it a little bit more here in Jamestown tonight. 59-48. Century led by 11 at the break. That's what it is currently after the Patriots were up by as many as 19. 6.5 minutes left. Lunsman driving downhill, nearly swiped away. Lunsman ball on the floor, ball everywhere. Chaos ensues and Century picks it up. Up ahead, Ware gets the in-transit lay-in to go. 6:15 and counting, 61-48 Century. Kemple's defense to prevent the lay-in in transition really proving dividends as Meisner pulls up, right elbow jumper goes. 6:04 left in the second half. Jamestown back within 11. We're back to Jerry Meyer Arena right after this.
Quick Lane Jamestown is looking to add to their dynamic team of auto maintenance technicians. Business continues to grow and they need to expand their staff. Are you a mechanical soul who'd like to work in a modern, clean, and busy shop? Light duty work includes oil changes, tire rotates, vehicle inspections, maintenance and upkeep, and more. While working alongside an experienced team, and did we mention you get to work in an air-conditioned and heated shop? Competitive wages and benefits offered. Apply online through Facebook or stoutcars.com. Call 701-252-2270 or simply stop by. Claim your career today at RM Stout.
61-50, Century leading Jamestown with 6 minutes to play in the second half. Jaron Matheny here on the gym and NewsDakota.com. Over on Q101 with Mark McKenzie. 1-1 after the first period between Jamestown and Mandan in boys hockey. Final 6 minutes of action from Jerry Meyer Arena tonight. Jamestown trailing by 11. That was the deficit at the half. Far side of the floor. Burst, top of the key. Ware sends it left, moving screen on Anthony Doppler, and a turnover by Century. That's the 6th team foul on the Patriots and the 4th personal on Doppler. 5:45 to go. Jamestown basketball trying to bring it back to single digits. Thomas Newman still out there. He gets the touch. Bodies collapse around him. Newman handing off right side. Larson on the drive. He gets straight in and gets the lay-in to go. Right now, Jamestown is just attacking the bucket at will. 61-52. Jays draw back within 9. Doppler and a reach-in foul on Meisner. Chicken-armed right into his rib cage. 5th team foul on Jamestown. Horgan coming in for Meisner, that's his 4th. Erickson and Schaefer are on. Doppler stays in this game despite having 4 fouls. 5:20 remaining, 61-52 Century. Erickson back in. Burst goes over the top to Erickson on the inside. Larson fouls him almost immediately as Erickson got the inside position, went to lay it in, and Larson got a partial block But again, tough for him to play defense tonight against Ryan Erickson. Erickson, first of 2 free throws. He's short on the first attempt. Nine points separating Jamestown and Century. 5:19 to go. Erickson 1 for 2. And it's a 10-point lead once again for the Patriots. Approaching 5 minutes here at Jerry Meyer Arena. Lunsman on the right wing, kicks all the way left. Larson, deep three, rattled off, hit the rim twice after it popped up, came back down, still hit the iron, but doesn't go through. Less than 5 minutes on the clock now. 62-52. Century leading Jamestown. Patriots were up 37-26 at the half. Doppler backing it out right side. Newman has had a great second half for the Jays. Larson trying to keep Erickson out of the paint. Left side, Schaefer, fadeaway action, rattles home. 64-52 Century. Jamestown quickly up ahead. Larson backs it out. They're trying to get Erickson still on this offensive side and trying to create numbers is what Jamestown's doing there, but the big gets back really well. Newman, foul and one. Thomas Newman putting on a show at Jerry Meyer Arena once again. 2 more points for the sophomore. And the and one free throw incoming. 64-54, Newman free throw is off the mark. So still Jamestown trailing by 10 as we trickle down towards 4 minutes to play. Right wing, little drive action, filtered back out up top. Ware sets a screen left. Schaefer stops, goes to Ware now. Left elbow to the right wing. Burst inside, Erickson turns. Left-handed lay-in doesn't go. Larson trying to track it down, but it's out of bounds off of Jamestown. And just 4 to work on the shot clock here for Century. (64-54) Patriots, 3:55 second half. Officials discussing if there should be a reset of the shot clock here. Didn't feel like there was ever true possession. And it is a shot clock reset, though, for Century. And Jacoby Lloyd not happy with the call, and he shouldn't be happy. There should be 4 on the shot clock. Instead, it's a fresh shot clock. Doppler fades away, banks it in, and it's 66-54. 3:40 to go. Newman handing off for Larson, top of the key, 3, too strong. Ware tapped the rebound and then picked it up himself as Lunsman tried to swipe by. Century going to start to drain this clock, it feels like a little bit. 12-point lead. They can get it down to 3 minutes to go on this possession. Burst for Doppler. Away from the bucket. Number 1 Patriots trying to stay unbeaten on the road. Dump down inside. Ware into the middle. Left-hand hook shot. William Ware. Big-time bucket. 3 minutes to play. And it's 68-54. Newman spinning inside, and an offensive foul on Thomas Newman. Charge called. 7th team foul on the Jays. Player control foul, so this is not free throws on the other end for Century, but what it does is right now, if you're Bismarck Century, got a chance to run down some clock here. Down to 2:50. Patriots up by 14. Bounce pass, finds Schaefer. Off the right side, Schaefer on the wing. Bounce to Doppler. Now they'll go in for Ware. He backs against Cox. Right hand finish not there. James Horgan defensive rebound. 2.5 minutes to go. Jays need a bucket. Thomas Newman behind his back, dribbles inside, blocked by Erickson underneath. Newman's had the hot hand, but he's going to need some help down the stretch. Trying to take over this game. 14-point lead for Century. Doppler in for Erickson. 15 on the shot clock. Patriots working around the arc. Shot clock to 10. Erickson inside look. finishes over the rejection opportunity from Cox. We're down to our final 2 minutes, and Jamestown trailing by 16. Could have been one of the final blows for Century here tonight. Jays got it back to 9, but Century just too much. Lunsman, deep three. Offensive rebound for Caden Cox. Handing off left side, Larson dribbling in, back towards the bucket. Top of the key, three for Horgan is there. James Horgan hits the three, makes it 70-57. Timeout Jamestown, 1:37 to go. We're back to Jerry Meyer Arena after this full timeout for the Blue Jays. 70-57, Jamestown trailing number 1 Century.
Before you can start building a business, you have to build a business. You know, a building, a storefront, a facility, new or addition. Problem is, you're too busy taking care of business. You don't have time to meet with a planner, a contractor, and suppliers. But if you wait any longer, you're going to start losing business. Enter Hillerud Construction. They're in the business of building business. Quality commercial construction saves you time, stress, and money so you can get on with your business. Visit HillerudConstruction.com.
What would life be like without telephones, internet, and digital cable? Let's not even go there. Dakota Central is proud to be the local company that provides you with these high-tech communication options. Whether it's the crystal clear telephone connection, the digital cable that produces over 150 channels, HD and DVR, or reliable high-speed internet, Dakota Central provides it all, serving Jamestown and Carrington and beyond. Call 952-1000, 652-3184, or see them on the web at dakotacentral.com.
13-point lead for Century with 1:37 to play at Jerry Meyer Arena as Jamestown trying to win. Down to 1:30 to go. Near side of the floor, Doppler across the timeline, handing off right. And Century going to some weave action here to drain the clock. Schaefer, baseline left, off for Erickson. Shot clock to 10. Erickson gets underneath, lays it in for two, and that should be the dagger here tonight. 72-57. Jamestown got to push the pace. Got to go if you're the Jays. Somebody's got to take a shot, even if it's contested here. Down to 1 minute to go. Lunsman off for Larson. Jamestown got to take something. Larson in for Meisner. Back out, Larson. Shot clock to 10. Bounce pass inside. Cox gets the lay-in for two. Clock keeps rolling, though. And it's down to 45 seconds and counting. 72-59. Century can essentially run this game down to the final 10 seconds on this possession if they use all 30 of the shot clock. Foul called on Lunsman for the reach-in. 1-and-1 free throws for Century. And Blue Jay fans starting to head for the exits here tonight. 35 seconds, front end of the 1-and-1 there for Schaefer. Schaefer's second free throw. Back to a 15-point lead for Century. Quick inbound, Noah Meisner hustling up ahead. Shot clock will be turned off after this possession. Larson stops in the lane, kicks out, right wing three for Meisner, doesn't go. Ware defensive rebound, and Century just needs to get across the timeline. Blue Jays will bring a little bit of pressure, but that is going to be all she wrote tonight. Century stays unbeaten, 17-0 overall, 16-0 in the West region. The Patriots still the top dog and still with a 0 in the loss column. Century 74, Jamestown 59. Final score tonight from Jerry Meyer Arena. Come back with your post-game stats after this here on 107.1 and Jamestown 107.1 Sports on YouTube.
Join our team at S&P Health Ave Maria and find out how you can make a difference in the lives of our residents. S&P Health Ave Maria is offering $2,000 sign-on bonuses, full-time cook, and full-time dietary assistant positions. You'll enjoy working in a warm and loving care atmosphere, making friends with the residents, families, and coworkers. Apply online at sphealth.org/Ave Maria. Again, offering $2,000 sign-on bonuses for full-time cook and full-time dietary assistant positions. Apply at sphealth.org/Ave Maria.
Enjoy the rustic Frontier Fort Bar, Grill, and Gift Shop. The gift shop is open year-round with North Dakota tourism gifts and unique jewelry. And for a true Dakota Territory dining experience, the Frontier Fort Grill is open from 4 to 9 Monday through Saturday. Every Thursday night, get a rack of ribs, fries, coleslaw, and toast for just $9.95. And their legendary prime rib is served on Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in or call for takeout at 252-7492. The Frontier Fort, on the road to the Buffalo, Jamestown.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
74-59, the final score. Blue Jays fall to Century at home here tonight, snapping a 2-game winning streak for Jamestown. Final stats for the Blue Jays this evening: 21 points for Thomas Newman. He leads the scoring in this game for Jamestown. 12 points for Ryan Larson and 11 for Noah Meisner. Mason Lunsman finishes with 8 points. Caden Cox with 2 and James Horgan with 3. And 2 more points in there somewhere, because that totals up to 57. That's why we say it's unofficial final stats. Isaiah Schaefer leading the way for Century once again tonight with 19 points. Again, that is unofficial as well. First half, 37-26 at the break. Century on top. Jamestown fell behind by as many as 19 points. They cut the lead back to 9. But late just didn't have enough in the gas tank, and Century proves why they're number 1. And the Patriots remain unbeaten in the West Region in girls and boys basketball with wins tonight over Jamestown. Blue Jay girls fall 51-49. Blue Jay boys fall 74-59, the final score. Century remains unbeaten. We're back with more Blue Jay hoops here on Jamestown 107.1 Thursday night, 7:45 from the Jamestown Civic Center. Mark McKenzie will have your coverage then. Mark McKenzie's on the air right now over on Q101 with Blue Jay boys hockey against Mandan. Check that out. Thanks for tuning in on our Jamestown 107.1 Sports.